Hello, everybody, and welcome to City States of Klovisa, the God War. Serious time. No multiple letters and me staring at my keyboard awkwardly. Guys, it's the raid team. We're an hour early, because today is Labor Day. We have some funky, fresh music going on, since John found more music on Roll20 that he's still going through, and a chat dialogue tree that the Saturday team left us with. But ignoring that, how's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good,
Bob. Going good.
Nice. Many of our fans will recognize a new face joining us today because we've never seen him before, except on Greg Hansen's stream. His name is Coffee Traveler.
We
do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not true.
Coffee Traveler.
My, single digits of followers have also seen me. So
Oh shit.
settle down.
Good shit.
Nice.
I just subscribed to him.
That's great. You still haven't subscribed to me. What the fuck?
Where?
That hurts now.
He's
I'm
not
not talking-
subscribed to your OnlyFans, like
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was against
Oh,
that.
that.
Twitch.
My
the
bad.
other content.
This
Well-
is really the only Twitch channel I sub to.
Oh my
Supporting the
god.
community.
I'm touched.
Can I dom a subscription instead of subbing it?
What does that mean?
Now I donate bits. I'm gonna donate 1 penny.
That's when you ship your subscription onto someone else. You're gifting subscriptions. You
Oh.
have to have this.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
sure how you do it, but I know people can do that since Millman does it for me. Guys, let's just go around the table, see how we're all doing real quick, and then someone can give us the recap. So let's start with Chad, who's being played by Rumble Roar.
The end of my 4-day weekend, so I'm a little sad that work starts again tomorrow. So let's forget about it for a little while.
Fair. Igor, coming live from Germany, who's being played by Devin. How are you doing?
Yeah. Doing good. Also sad the 4-day weekend's ending, especially since I have to go to work right after this, which sucks.
True, but you know, starting your day with D&D, what can be better? Lei Stung being played by CK, live from New York. It's okay. Sorry.
CK.
Hello.
How you
Doing
doing?
alright? I'm doing good. I think I have a problem. I bought a game, 4 days ago now? And I already have 90 hours in it.
What
I
game
might
is
be-
it?
It's Digimon.
Which
Uh,
one?
It's called Cyber Sleuth. It's on the Switch.
Oh
It's
shit!
like a pack of 2 games.
It's not Digimon
Eric
Rumble
was
Arena
playing
2.
that. He really liked it.
I see.
Eric.
Ibor Lador being played by KJC. What Funko Pop do you got for us today?
Got Green Arrow.
Oh my god, we've moved off of Game of Thrones and into DC.
Yeah.
No, we
haven't
were doing Big Bang Theory before this.
Oh
been-
shit.
Big Bang.
John doesn't know Big Bang Theory. Lean into the
Yeah. Okay. Brandon, who's being played by Brandon today. How are you, Brandon?
Doing good, Bob. Doing good.
Nice.
I'm
Uh,
already buzzed.
And we started with you, Mr. Coffee Traveler, but if you want to say anything else, now's your chance.
I might have a bathroom remodeled after 4 months. You
Oh
know,
my god. Finally.
Did you wreck it?
I
Is that
tore
what
everything out of it except for the cast iron tub that was there, and then you put it all back up and reglazed the tub. So
Okay. Well
I'll
then.
put pictures in the Discord.
He's like
Please.
a lesbian with furnishing.
Can you chill? Just in general.
Say how it actually is, not like. Thank you.
That's true.
Well, normally we have a tradition of whoever misses a session has to do the recap that next week. But Coffee Traveler, this is your first session, so you don't have to if you don't want to. But hey, do you want to do the recap today?
I mean, I watched last week, so the recap would be ignored all of John's plot points. Go on a ship, and then play T-Pain's I'm on a boat, but you're on a ship, so it's kind of not the same thing.
True.
Go try to find something that they found before, and may or may not have found it, and then try to talk to a rock.
Yeah, that's basically it. You guys, everybody except for Coffee Traveler, he gets to just be sidelined for the start of his session, unfortunately. You're standing out in the middle of a field somewhere, having clambered up to the very beginning of a mountain range. staring at a rectangular prism of a rock that just has tiny little pebbles around it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do?
We also got told to make a what's it called? Altar.
Yeah, I think the altar shrine, they wanted to look like this.
Chad
So-
looks around, checks his pack, and was like, crap, I got rid of this. Does anyone still have the jars of dirt from Gorgor?
I have one of mine.
We might need
We
that.
should use that.
We probably need to also find some nice rocks.
Oh, we can use the dirt as a mold for the shrine. I'm gonna Alright, John, I'm gonna take out my jar of dirt. And
Your
I'm gonna
jar of
press-
dirt.
And I'm gonna press it in, make sure it's compact, and I'm gonna press it over the shrine to make a mold of the shrine to bring it back.
On top of the shrine, Igor will place as an offering the broken bust of Elijah Oak that he still has.
Okay. So, over this tiny little rock statue, not even a statue, it's literally like a 3-inch rectangular rock, you throw dirt on it, and then you
No.
take a bust, a broken bust of somebody's face, and just throw it on top.
No, I sacrifice
Okay.
by placing it on top.
Well, you do all this and more as the day continues. This is not a real shrine building, guys. You're
so
literally
it's
just
not working.
pissing. You're pissing on a cliff over here.
Well, you need to grab like rocks and like make an actual like table.
There's some sort of ritual involved with this, Sil, that
Yeah.
we should probably know about? Or
Yeah. Just if they like it and they'll go with it. It's the earth elemental. They're not the most like. What's the best way to say?
They're pretty
this?
grounded in their need.
Yeah, they're not flashy.
Big Rocky, you might say.
Yeah. They're a little
I don't know.
Igor laughs silently to himself.
All right, so go find me some boulders.
Chad'll switch into the slippers of spider climb and just start going over the rocks nearby, looking for anything that looks like a pretty rock, I guess.
Igor
Chan.
look for boulders as well.
Wait, wouldn't we just go
You
back
guys
to
are
town and
on
ask
a
them?
mountain range. There are boulders as far as the eye can see.
But how many of them are pretty boulders, John? That's
None
what
of
Chad's
them,
after.
Chad. They're all boulders.
We need you to roll. We need to roll.
Hotness for boulders?
Yeah, hot-
Rock hotness.
They are 1 out of 18. The worst. They are beneath the hottest of the hottest. The lowest
Are
of the
them
lowest.
rectangular?
Indeed.
Well, I've got acrylic ink, so we could draw on them to make them look a bit better. Like do a bit of
Ooh,
makeup.
we could do a makeup tutorial.
Mm. We don't want it to clash with the original intent of the design, though.
But
You know what I'm saying?
But it's all about presentation.
I understand, but we need to make it look like, oh yeah, an elemental made this. Still, you know what I
So
mean?
do we have to actually offer something of value, or no?
Usually it's blood.
Oh, is that it? Well,
Leishstein, have you cleaned up
It's gonna
your,
be a
your
long
dirt
one,
at
boys.
this point?
it didn't catch the mold, so yeah, I put all the dirt back.
Chad inspects the existing altar a lot more closely to see exactly what we might need to go and acquire before we, slather dirt on this one and destroy it.
Ebor, do you have mold earth?
No.
God
Are you able
bless
to
you,
use that?
KJC. God bless you.
Right? Are you able to use that Maximilian's hand grasp to push the earth around then? To make it rise?
There would be a hand, and it'd be like a normal hand, but bigger. It would just be a hand made of dirt messing with dirt. So
Does anyone have a pickaxe by chance?
I have a maul, kind of like a pickaxe.
I don't think that's gonna get this out very neatly.
I have a grenade.
You know, might work.
No, but it's not a real grenade. They don't work like real grenades.
Chad, you begin
There's
to
no
wipe
point.
off the dirt from the tiny, like,
I put
model
it back in the jar
shrine.
already.
Oh, wait, you put all the rocks just in the dirt?
No, the dirt off the rock and back into my jar. I can't let it sit there. Not doing it. A friend gave this to me. A murderous mafia friend.
You brush off the dirt, the residual dirt, then, that Lei Stung powdered out, then, like, scoop back up once he realized it does nothing. Meaning that all those stones and rocks are probably just scattered already. The original diorama of the shrine is no longer there. From what you all remember of it, it was just a tiny little 3-inch cubic rectangular prism that was standing vertically with little pebbles scattered around it. Someone had done a religion check and got the internal insight that this is what, like, an ancient shrine once had been, or was, like, modeling of. As John's eye strain kicks in and he cries and weeps.
That would attempt to recreate the shrine if it had been disturbed.
Yeah, you can throw rocks around this tiny little thing.
Aesthetically pleasing rocks, yes.
Yeah. It's like you're playing with Legos right now.
Hell yeah.
Just with the rocks. Hanging out on a cliffside. Just chilling.
Ooh, Igor will cast Divine Sense to see if maybe there's a very good or very evil presence. I think it can sense, like, sights like this, I think.
Like undead and celestials and fiends.
Yeah. Or I can detect the presence of any place that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Yeah, go ahead. Throw that in the chat as you do that. Nothing has been consecrated or desecrated. There are no fiends or undead or
If
celestials.
this was a holy site, it wasn't, like, magically made into
Yeah.
one.
Alright, I think Ivor, just draw a picture of it and we'll take it back to town and ask the construction team to, like, make it somewhere in, like, the plaza, and we'll just call it, like, a monument to the area or whatever. It probably just wants us to know that it's there, it's, like, their land, would be my guess.
That makes sense to me.
I mean, but I'm meant to be talking to the thing rather than making a monument to it.
Yeah, you might want to talk to it.
How do we talk to it?
Isn't the
Summon
monument to get it to show up?
Shrine. Alright, do we have it up and running?
So, yeah, if the monument thing has been recreated, while they're all arguing, Chad would just, like, touch the nice rectangle rock in the middle and think real hard, hey, Earth Elemental, can we chat? We mean you no harm.
You've used the Pipe of Insight recently, right?
Yeah, I wrote down the date that it should be back. Yeah, it'll be back on the 28th.
Guys, maybe it's just been a little while and we've lost track of thought.
Probably.
It gave you a little something so that you know what to build. This tiny little thing is an example that it wants you to do.
Oh, we need to make a bigger one.
There you go.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
thought that's what you guys were doing.
You're just playing with tiny little stones and you're like, hey little rock,
Hey, buddy, you there?
Is this something that can be remade with, like, big rocks? Or does it need, like, professional people to, like, build it?
I mean, we should probably get, like, stonemasonries to get on it when we make the new town.
Yeah, that'll take forever though.
I mean, it's what the Rock wants. We don't want to make anything happen to our little thingy.
Where will we put it?
Like,
Center.
I don't know. Yeah,
That big
the
that big
town's-
open clearing, right?
Dead
Is that a good
center.
enough spot?
We should put it in the town where the people are going to be. Because, I don't know. It'd be weird to put it where no one's going to see it.
John, can we get that area map again?
Dead
Yes. Let's see if I have it. It's gonna be
right
the
next to
old one
sacrificial
still.
pit.
So we're like, ooh, loading.
The old one.
We're over here in this general area.
Yeah, you're somewhere around there.
And we got to make...
This is where our town's gonna be, right?
No, it's going to be over here, right in this fork.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be right here. Wait,
So-
what's this?
But we're like here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this seems like a pretty okay spot to put a giant effing shrine, yeah? For a rock person.
Sure.
We've flown over it, what, half a dozen times at this point to see it? Chad suggests, well, we should get people on it, because Chad sure as heck doesn't know how to mine a rock.
I don't think we should put it over here because no one's going to come see it. It should be where people are going to see it. So we put it in the middle of our town.
Why do you need a lot of people to see it, Wei Stung?
Because the Rock wants us to see it. Presumably, it wants everyone
Does
else to
it?
see it that's going to be here.
Are you ascribing beliefs onto something that is so alien that you've never heard of it before?
Yes, that's what everyone does with these things.
Ah, okay.
We're like the five prophets right now, just debating on what it wants. I think we put it in the
Yeah,
town.
that's true.
He thinks we put it over here.
I think we try to make a rough version of it real quick here to try to communicate with it quickly, like to see if we can communicate with here. And if that doesn't work, then we go with the, because other plan's gonna take a while. We might as well try the quick version.
I'm fine
Good
with
luck.
nothing too.
Chad said there's just a lot of big rocks nearby, so I'm not sure how you're planning on mining it.
We don't have
Wasn't
any,
the small one just made up of a bunch of small rocks?
but it has to be square. Like
The
nicely
rectangle,
square.
like,
Or
pretty one in the
rectangular.
middle.
Oh, that one. True.
It's not like we can just punch rocks into squares. Unless we
Maybe
try.
can.
I'm gonna go find a rock and see if I can punch it some corners into it. Actually, while you guys deliberate on this.
Chad
What?
says, hey, Igor, you remember that giant metal cube we found underground in that crater? We left it behind. It was heavy as shit. It was when we found all the molds. When Momo didn't make it.
There was a cube?
There was a whole bunch of metal. Anyway, that's rectangular. It was giant and rectangular,
yeah.
prismy in shape. If we
Yeah,
could
yeah,
get that, that would
yeah.
save us. I don't know if it has to be a rock, but that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah,
What if we make a giant metal shrine? We got enough fucking metal.
true. We can make it on mithril.
John, what was the form of all the mithril? I forget if it was completely broken down or I think it was all bars, right?
It was all
Bars.
bars, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
We can use the mithril to make it.
Many ideas will be had this evening, but John has to move us along so that we can get our new guy in here. Sorry about the meta, but
I'm having a great time. Don't
okay,
worry.
cool.
No meta.
The meta. Today was the 21st. You guys will camp out here. You guys have enough water and food for one night, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Please subtract, rations and water, as the following day will arrive. Over here, on this small little ridge, there are no true enemies or beasts that would actually come to fuck your day. There's just, wild animals and birds, but not a lot of nocturnal plains predators are equipped to hunt human beings. At worst, you might see, a wolf or hear one several dozen miles away. Or at least a dozen miles away in the forest. But land seems pretty safe. You don't see any spirit beasts. They don't see you at the very least. And there's no aerial predators here to really fuck your shit up. So once the 22nd comes along, you guys will have about 3 or so hours to decide on a plan of action before good old Bojable will make good on his word and come back to see where you guys are.
Okay. Chad, I'm willing to make a shrine here, but only if you make it small so it's fast and make a bigger one in the town.
I mean, we should be able to, after Chad had recreated the small one, make a pile of the mithril in a cube fit shape, make a bunch of the little smaller spots around it.
I mean, we can just move the boulders around here and put it around it, right?
Yeah. We can even set it up before the ship gets here.
And then we put in an order for like stonemasons to come make the shrine in the town.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, let's put in the hard work. Make it easier on them. Yeah.
Igor will start pushing boulders around.
Okay. You start
So
pushing
everything
boulders.
can be paid off.
Oh yeah, how much money? I gave my money to the ship, actually.
Yeah, we did a lot of investing, right, into the tower.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did we?
I think it came out of the boat.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
like
think it came out of the boat.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
then we
yeah,
put
yeah.
all our money back in the boat, so...
because we had like 20 pounds of gold on us each.
Yeah. Well, I had like 100 pounds of gold on me or something.
Jesus.
Yikes.
Quite a few pounds.
There's a lot of... gold.
Igor will fruitlessly try to roll down boulders, the higher section of the mountain, which will inevitably, like, gain momentum and then, like, go severely off course, landing at the very bottom of this mountain range. Leishtung will punch at rocks.
Chad can make use of a busted skateboard.
As though he was Chris Redfield himself, punching boulders down a volcano. Sil, Ebor, Chad, anything you guys want to do?
I'm going to ritually cast detect magic because there's not much else I can do.
That'll help push rocks.
Okay. People pushing rocks. Some people just cast and detect magic. There's no magical presences.
Still taking a nap or having a few sips of his drink and taking a nap.
Just taking some R&R time.
Yeah.
Watching the chaos unfold.
Yeah.
Well, the airship will quickly arrive later that morning with a new person aboard it. And as the gondola anchors in, sort of harpooning into the ground and stopping the airship from just flying off without you guys, you may ascend and get to the top deck where Mr. Coffee Traveler can describe his character. And then we will go around the table and describe our own.
Yeah, you see a human male, about 5'10", and average build, but dad bod it a little bit. And he is working with the junior members of the airship to get them to do their jobs better in a fatherly figure fashion. Like, no, over here. Like, oh yeah, you need to do it this way.
I see. Igor, why don't you describe your character first? Because you see some random dude who's not your crew commanding your crew around.
Trying to be nice to my crew. Months of hard work wasted. Igor is pretty short. He's 4'11". He 10 hotness, so average hotness. He is about 200 pounds, so pretty stocky, pretty wide. He has a helmet, very distinct, that has like a very pointed section to it, I guess. Like the pull down section's super pointy. It looks pretty sick. He's super heavily armored, has a huge hammer on his back, and he has an X on. You can kind of see the outline of an X on his chest that's scribbled out at this point. Yeah, that's Igor.
The brains of the operation, I hear.
Exactly.
Igor, you step off the boat, followed by, well, I suppose Chad or Leishtung. Chad's kind of like your Well, Chad's the oldest after you in terms of seniority right now. So, yeah, Chad. Why don't you go ahead and describe your guy to us?
So we got this kind of tall and lanky, 6 foot tall, 11 hotness, currently wearing his Tulst task force outfit, but a man of many outfits as shopping is in his penchant. No longer a face tattoo, no skateboard that you can see, just the mace. Doesn't seem to really have much else, though. Chad travels real light.
The perfect haircut from the barber.
Yeah, looking fresh cut, because it's only been less than a week since I've had a haircut, and let's be real, Chad did not cut his hair for some time before that.
Same here. Followed definitely after by Lei Stung, who's gripping his hands after punching rocks for several hours.
No. Lei Sun stands at a 6'4" height. The most immediate feature about him is that his skin's completely red. Like, very close to, like, bloody, like, ish red. And he has horns coming from the sides of his head, going back, and long, kind of greasy looking straight hair. And is, like, mildly armored. He has, like, a chest plate and, like, some doodads around his body, mostly just cloth under. Yeah, that's really what you get about him, besides that he's, like, tall and wide.
Nice. Perhaps not the tallest, but definitely the man after. Ibor Lador. Could you describe yourself to us, please?
So, 3 foot-ish forest gnome will step out, looking kind of dope like that, with a big sword, because he likes to have his big sword out.
Huge dong.
Huge sword.
Huge sword. It is a short sword, but compared to him, it looks very big in comparison.
I assume
So,
it's like Vampire Hunter D, where you can't like you don't know how physics works to get it like unsheathed.
and he has a spell book, and yeah, a big sword. Ginger hair, quite long. I always imagine him with like an admiral's hat on because he found out about being a pirate and got himself one. And he's the brains of the operation, really.
Did you go to the costume shop next to the theater district to get the hat?
It's probably a child-sized hat because small head. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I love it. I would stop what I'm doing if I noticed all of you, and then come over, greet you, and say, I hear you're the raid team.
Well,
We got one more to describe.
one more man.
One more.
And definitely the person to start conversating with another dad. Sil, can you please describe your character to us?
Let's see. Well,
What does Sil look like?
white blondish hair, blue eyes, Asmar, straggly beard looking thing, and fucked up wings because genetics is a bitch. And mild to severe drinking problem.
Yeah.
You can smell it from there.
I thought this was a role-playing game.
Yeah,
Uh,
I project a lot.
I got you.
Sil, what do you say to the stranger who's coming onto Igor's ship and now coming onto you?
Also walking around like he owns the place, and like he knows what he's doing.
Igor will definitely step up.
He's number
Who do you
5.
think you are?
Number 5.
I whispered to Eagles, it's Schmitty. I know it is. He's taken over the ship. You better be careful.
Shit.
Igor will just nod solemnly and be like, "How can you tell? Does he have a spell on him?"
It's witchcraft.
So, think you can return just all like that, huh? Think we wouldn't notice?
I've never met any of you in my life before, but I
Oh,
look
of
forward to
course.
being part of the raid team.
So, what's your name?
Nathaniel.
Okay,
Whatever you like.
Nathaniel. Okay. Or should I call you by your real name? Schmitty?
What? Schmitty? No way.
Nathaniel,
true.
there is an internal sigh as you were warned of this raid team's hatred for a certain Gnomish man named Schmitty.
Who only wanted to help them, and they made him drive his machine into the ice.
Yeah.
That wasn't us, actually.
Nathaniel, you also have a small note/letter that allowed you to get onto the ship. You gave it to Bojible first. He was like, fuck. And then, as you are now here, staring in front of your new teammates that you were sent to join, but Tyrant didn't know if they were coming back or not. What do you say?
Make sure
as
they come back.
Igor clearly believes you are Schmitty.
I mean, if you owe Schmitty money, I will be Schmitty, but outside of that, I am no
We
Schmitty.
owe Schmitty nothing. And you would know that, because you are Schmitty.
We owe me a ride on this fucking carrier we have. The harness is in storage.
That's right. Linkstone, get the harness.
I'm
Hurry.
going right now.
Chad's gonna make sure this even
Like,
looks
3
remotely
steps
like Schmitty.
backwards, like, whoa.
He's like 4 feet taller than Schmitty. And everyone seems to, at least the crew, seem to understand that this guy at least knows what he's talking about. Unlike
Chad
Schmitty,
turns-
who was full of shit at all times.
Yeah, Chad turns.
I pull over the captain that I gave. Is this the right team?
Bojible can be seen peeking out of like the compartment where he pilots the craft, just like kind of eyeing everybody, just seeing if Igor's just gonna go into a fit of rage and violence once more. And he's like, Captain Igor,
Yes, Bulgeable?
that's not Schmitty.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The only way
Well,
to find
Ebor
out.
assured me. He's a magic person of magic. He knows. It's
Is
witchcraft.
Igor
You can
fucking
see
with
Bulgeable.
you? Igor might be fucking with you, Igor.
Igor will look back at Ebor. Tell me it's
Schmitty
not
can-
true.
Let me do a magic a second, and I'll...
Yeah. Schmitty can
This
fly.
has to
Throw him
roll.
overboard.
This
Throw
is-
him overboard. If he doesn't fly, he's not Schmitty. If he flies, he's Schmitty.
Sure.
And then I will cast minor illusion, and a former Schmitty will fall out of the back of the guy, and I'm like, I banished him. That's a good guy. I killed Schmitty. He's been sent away.
Take like 2 steps forward as like,
Oh.
ooh, the banishing. Thank you. Must have
Welcome.
been
to
haunted
the
or
safe
something.
Chad says, "Hang on, Ebor. How many fucking spell slots did we waste that you could have just banished bullshit from us this entire time?"
zone. That's a new spell.
Igor will put his
Uh-huh.
hand on Ebor's shoulder and say, "Thank you, but next time you should have let him be put in the harness."
I forgot. My bad. I thought
Come back,
banishing him
what happened?
away to hell was
I saw
better.
Schmitty fall out this guy's body. What's
Yeah,
going on?
he just no-clipped through the deck itself. And then
Ebor
vanished.
banished him. We'll get him later.
Shit, I gotta go put this back again.
So,
So
you
we
said
all
you're
turn
joining
back
the
to Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, you're joining the raid team?
Yeah, Tai has sent me out here to make sure y'all make it back
Jesus
safely.
Christ.
So sure.
Who the fuck's Tai Tai?
What?
Tyrant? You guys don't call him Tai?
No, we call him
That's me?
Tay Tay.
Yeah. We definitely will
John
start.
is crying for his plot points.
No, my eyes just
Wilting.
hurt really
Just
bad.
wilting.
Wait, there's plot
Eye
points?
drops?
There's a plot.
I'll take allergy medicine instead.
Yes, Tyrant has sent me out to make sure you make it back in one piece. I look y'all over. Looks like you are in one piece? What were you doing out here?
Contacting an elemental.
Speaking of which, are we gonna move all these metal bars or what?
Oh yeah, I'll get my crew. Hey, Bulgeable, get the crew rounded up. We're gonna need a bunch of our mithril inside the deck. Load it down.
What? Why?
Because we said so.
Yeah.
Okay. Bojible
What we
put
doing
in his
neutral?
place. He will.
Are we? Isn't it meant to be made of stone? Because it's a stone elemental, not a metal element.
Metal is from the earth.
True.
But this is expensive rock. We want cheap rock, surely.
I can't believe this. I got my finger stuck in a wooden board just now.
Oh my god, what?
What?
Spit on it.
CK. Oh no.
Once.
God, someone get fucking CK. Get him in the chat, Temerbot. CK got. He got himself.
God.
All
I'm
right.
free.
Good job. The crew will just begin loading like 400 pounds at a time of your mithril bars. How many do you have exactly?
We have 1,900 pounds.
We don't need that many.
You have
Yeah,
1,900
we don't need
pounds
that
or
many.
1,900 GPs worth?
1,900 pounds.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So it's it's 10 pounds per ingot. So you have 190 ingots worth of mithril.
That's a lot. We would only be able to make a medium sized of one of these guys.
So how
Like,
many
We're
ingots?
using that for the center thing, and we just knocked a whole bunch of fucking boulders down. It's gonna be all out of proportion.
Mm.
How about we come back and make this later? Right?
Sounds
That's-
like the smart thing to do.
Doesn't sound good, but it sounds
Because
smart.
it's either that or we stack up a whole bunch of mithril that just gets yeeted from existence because someone comes and takes it.
What about, can't you summon elementals still? Because you made that water one appear, or a rock one. I can't remember.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Maybe that could make something out of rock really easily. Or I could
John,
turn someone into
You
a giant
summon a
bad-
rock elemental, and you like act like it's its friend, and be like, "Hey, I'm back from my shift," and maybe
Well-
it'll think it's its own.
I think that would
I
work.
just walk
Like
around
that.
like, hey guys, what's going on, fellow
I honestly,
coworkers?
I honestly
Exactly.
wait. What's up, my fellow young classmates? Would that work though, John? That's actually kind of a smart idea.
What would?
Use an earth elemental to do hard labor to create the monument. Since it's considered a larger creature, it should be able to.
Yeah, it's more
carry-
powerful than
and
you
build.
guys. It could lift shit above its head, but you guys wouldn't be able to do normally. It's not like a great architect or anything like that, but
But given
You know, it
that
could
we
be-
can give it like a small little diagram of what we want, should be able to make a rudimentary.
You would probably be able to tell it to lift boulders and move boulders here and there, but outside
Yeah.
of that,
Yeah.
what are we making again?
Oh,
Alternates.
we're finding this small rectangle.
its
for
intelligence
elemental wants us to
is 5, so it would not understand like truly complicated orders. It has
Right.
I think a horse has more intelligence than
Intelligence.
this guy.
Nathaniel, we need to contact the primal elemental in the area so that
No,
they don't
okay.
destroy the secret airship terminal that we were creating.
It is
And eventually
twice
it would-
as smart as a riding horse.
We'll need to call in the
Why don't we have stonemasons craft the pieces in wherever, does not matter, and then bring them here and set them up?
Nathaniel, I like you because I was saying this the longest while we were there.
Well, we're seeing if we can do
This
it
game.
quickly while we're already here. We want to see
For
if
the
there's a quicker
price
way.
of how I've just seen mithril go like back and forth. I see like 400 pounds of mithril being
Yeah.
thrown up on the first one. I stopped the last person to be like, that's for that type of money. We could have 5 monuments built, 6.
Oh, we have plenty of
How
money.
many?
Don't worry about that.
All
You
I'm
could-
saying
you
is
guys
we
could,
can
like-
leverage-
With only a few ingots, probably commission a full-blown temple to be constructed.
yeah,
Like,
we should do that. We should leverage our time and get other people to do this work. This is menial labor.
So should we try the earth elemental just for funsies?
I could also turn Sen into a giant ape if I know what a giant ape is, or some large creature like that with polymorph.
I really like that idea.
So then we'd have a giant monkey and a giant elemental building
Just-
together.
Just
I
not
like-
T-Rex because I got tiny little hands.
Chad likes the elemental idea, and we'll back that. Chad says, "Save the gorilla for another time." That's more of a fun spell. So would you be able to create an elemental to talk to the elemental, or at least try and find it?
No. It definitely will just be for creating the monument, nothing more.
So there's no way we're going to talk to this thing today.
No.
Yeah,
No,
it seems like
will-
we're gonna have to go
yeah.
back and create the
Yeah.
monument.
How long can your little elemental guys stand out for?
I think an hour.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna get that done today. Then we might as well just go back to Talks and
How-
Yeah.
report what we got.
Yeah.
Do you
and-
keep a psychic link with the elemental?
Yes.
Out of character. Do you have a distance on that, or is it infinite?
You can post a spell if you want. Oh, you already
I
did.
just I
Range
did.
90 on the spell, and the
Yeah.
elemental will continue to exist. And once it's broken from you, it'll still just hang out there.
Yeah.
But it's not like you could, not like with your familiar, where you can put yourself in its head to see what it's seeing.
No.
All right, so my plan would fall apart. So never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go back to Tulst.
Yep.
Nathaniel, I did see you were kind of bossing my crew around a little bit. I just want to make it clear, this is my crew.
There was no bossing. There was supporting them in their endeavors, making them better at what they do.
Exactly. That's not how I run my ship.
Tilt my head to the side and for
Bogeable just like shakes his head at
look-
you, Nathaniel. Just don't
The
do
person
it.
I have my hand on, I'd be like, please do what Igor says.
Of
Bad
course,
luck.
I'd be like,
he's the
Chad would gladly give a
shipmaster.
thumbs up.
And you guys can begin to sail away, leaving this unnamed territory. And
do
as
we want to leave a marker as before we leave, so that we can find this place
We
again.
knocked a whole bunch of boulders down. Are they noticeable, John?
yes, your
Okay.
the
We got a
four
marker.
big boulders that are just on the ground
could
will
have
serve as a
Igor
landmark.
Launch a fireball onto the ground and detonate it. Oh, also, I mean, Chad did make a big ass fucking crater in the
Oh
ground.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
there was a big ass crater.
That crater, boulders, someone can piss
Well,
off the
just very
side
good.
and just follow the smell. Who knows how you guys will mark
Mildly
this?
destroyed wildlife.
As you guys fly back to Alcazan, a transport ship will pass by in a similar lane. They're, several dozen miles away from you, but you're in the sky, so you can have clear line of sight as this thing is clearly flying towards the river. This is likely
You guys want to raid?
Right
a
up.
transport airship.
I know where that's coming from.
Yeah, it's from Alcazan. That's the only city north. And it's likely been hired by that hobbit, whose name you never caught, to go and finish the construction of your colony.
Guys, we can't
Wait, if we
hijack our-
raid them, can we collect the insurance money on our own raid? And then also keep the material?
Did you take out
But we have
insurance?
We'd have to
know
leave
if
no
they should
survivors,
actually-
Igor. Or we have to leave a survivor that didn't see our face for them to go back.
True.
I mean, we
And that's
could,
gonna be
we could
difficult.
we could shadow them to see if they get raided by someone else to make sure
Or-
that they make it to the site.
No,
if we get close enough, I can
really
cast
can't.
darkness on their pilot quarters, and they can crash.
Guys, that's our stuff. Quit trying to steal our own stuff. Let our stuff go there. We paid extra money so it would get there faster.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Dumbasses,
true.
let's go. Stop trying to steal everything. The next
We
one,
Shadow it to make sure it doesn't get raided by someone else.
it's
We don't
fine.
have
It's not
enough flight time from where we are now to where we need to be. There's
Oh.
like a itty bitty amount of leeway before we won't make it to our actual next stop.
Yeah, we have limited fuel to get there. We
We
can't.
don't have much. Yeah, we can't really fuck around.
Igor,
I know
considering the potential of insurance fraud and just wanton murder, just- he was about to order Bogeable engage
Let's go, boys.
before Chad called him a dumbass.
Chad
Brought
would pat
sense
Igor
to
on
this
the back.
world.
Chad would pat Igor on the back and say, "Buddy, I want to fire those big new guns too, but not at our own shit, okay?
All right. Next one, you promise?
I'm not gonna take as much convincing. Let's do it.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
But as long as I know it's not ours, or for the colony."
You guys head to Alcazan. By then, you would have Bogeable would have expended the remainder of your range, so you'll have to spend the day there. You can leave during the night if you so
I
choose.
definitely leave during the night.
Okay, Leishton. Does that mean you leave your party to go harass locals again?
Yeah, guys, I'll be back in the morning.
The airship itself will be ready to leave once the sun is down. It only takes it 8 hours to recharge its sails through magical means.
Never mind.
Do you want to spend the night here as Leishtung goes to beat up criminals or the police or, you know, put down another horse?
No, it's not enough time. There's not enough time. It would have to have been a full day.
We have a quick trip, right?
Yes, you have 8 hours to hang out in Alcazan if you so choose.
Shopping.
I only have 12 bucks on me. I used all my gold.
I got gold.
We got gold in the ship.
Yeah, we got gold in the ship.
Chad's gonna
Gold
bum
fanny pack.
what, like 10 gold,
The
and say I'm
bar
gonna
of
go.
Mithril right there.
I know. Chad's gonna bum 10 gold from the ship and go buy a new skateboard, or try to find a new skateboard. Sorry, rolly log. Fucking Ucarest.
A rolly
Yeah,
log.
we don't.
Gotta
we
get
don't
a new
fuck
rolly
with
log.
the mithrils first.
That is a natural one in
Yeah,
your
we're making
search
weapons.
for new rolly log. Apparently,
what?
Alcazan does not make skateboards.
Do they
Wait.
do they have magical items?
Have we ever really sat down and shopped in Alcazan? They just
No.
make food here, we thought. Like, really nice food. We've been to that part.
They make
have-
food.
This is where all the good food comes from.
Yeah.
And there's that brewery we hang out that one time in. We can hit
Right.
up that place.
Part of my spine's in a gem downstairs. Remember that?
So John, to endear myself to this new crew that clearly wants to raid something, can I look at the docks of who is docked here as we come into the docks to see if there is a,
Ooh.
you know, potential target?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
You got it.
Because you can look at all the boats, but what does that mean? You look at some of these airships. John, we'll roll some dice. Okay, so 2 of them are just Tulst airships. They are civilian contractors who fly the Tulst banner of "We just ship food for the city." There are several smaller civilian craft, likely merchants of some sort of merchant group that go around to other places. These are all transport. However, there is one airship that stands out to you the most, Mr. Nathaniel Sadiv. Here, so far north, is a Maelstrom airship. You can tell immediately by the fact that they don't seem to have any mechanical engines. They don't seem to have any sails either. They are just seemingly hovering in the sky.
Is that Maelstrom like at war with everyone?
Everybody.
Not
would
with
be everybody?
everyone, with certain individuals, and they are the most aggressive city-state. This may be like a privateer or a long-range transport. Who knows exactly what this one is? Their
How
patterns
large is
are
that ship compared to like ours?
like 3 times as big.
So
Or is it
it's
just like a
pleasure
raiding
boat.
vessel?
Yeah, yours is a Corsair, a Corvette. You're unfamiliar with it. Maelstrom's patterns are like super weird and off different standards than like the rest of the Confederation. But it is around 3 times as big as your Corvette.
Yeah, I'd ask one of the other raid team members. Does anyone know of the local bar or the local shipmaster that would know something about that ship? I pointed out in the sky.
Most of our time spent in Alcazan was being chased by crow people. We didn't get much time to play around.
I mean, there's a shipmaster, I believe.
Yeah, we did talk to that person last time we were here for sure. They can point us.
So
in
then
the
we
right
were
direction.
looking for Schmitty, actually.
If you were looking to raid something, that ship is awfully far north for Maelstrom. And I don't know if it would be missed or not. But it could also be out of our class.
I mean,
Nothing
I'm
out of our
down.
class.
I don't know. I think we could take it easily.
Wait, where is it heading? Do we know?
Chad would point out
Similar.
that we don't nearly have enough crew, barely, to keep our ship going, right? And that ship's 3 times as big.
Well, we
Well-
just raid the stuff off of it, and then
Yeah. Or take
Leave it
it,
trash.
and then we have Sil's new Lovecraft.
I don't think it's a good idea to raid a ship in the Alcazan docks. We're kind of like
Not in the docks. You follow it.
yeah.
Yeah, not here at the docks. Because also, it's off a ways or whatever. But, like, when it leaves, we shadow it and then merge our ship with their ship.
Our ship does move really fast, right, John?
Yeah.
Yours is a Corvette. It moves at a maximum speed, so full blown. It max speed, so charging speed is 180 miles per hour. Its cruise speed is 100 miles an hour. It is one of the faster kinds, definitely.
Yeah, I like this chase it down strategy.
I like it too.
And didn't we just put in a brand new ramming thing?
And
Or
guns.
guns?
Don't
No.
forget the guns.
Guns.
You
Brand
have
new guns.
anti-interceptor guns. They are the very light, basic level defense system that most
Well, we're just
transports-
gonna raid it, and then, yeah.
Or take it.
Or take it, yeah.
We need more people for that, guys.
No,
We got lucky the first time.
No, we didn't.
I don't know. I mean, I got most of our crew just from telling them they're part of the crew now. It worked the first time.
Do
And we
I
have
need,
money to
do I need to
support
go
the
buy
crew
some
that's on
ship
there.
tokens real quick, guys, on
Yes, you
Roll20's
do.
marketplace?
Yes, you do. This is happening, John.
For those of you unaware, or people in the chat, the average level of Maelstrom soldiery is level 5. Like, player character levels. Just so everyone's aware of that right now.
Easily.
Okay.
I'm just, yeah. Anyone who would be piloting a ship might be out of our class, as I understand it.
We found that
They're also really far away from their territory. Just.
Yeah.
It might
Oh
be
god,
a,
I'm gonna kill the raid
It
team tonight.
might be an ambassador.
Okay.
Day one, only day I have on the team.
Let's do
We're doing
it.
this.
We're doing
If we
it.
were to raid them, we would want to get. Are there mercenaries to hire at Alcazan? I don't know much about Alcazan.
It's a peaceful
We
place.
have pirates.
Yeah, we have pirates. This is a peaceful place. It doesn't really. It's ran
as
by
peaceful
like
as you guys perceive it to
politicians.
be. I know better.
And the Dyrad won't really help us much. She's kind of peaceful and she's dealing with her own shit.
Yeah. For some reason, the spy people hate us. I don't really know why. It's something about murdering their
The
supervisors.
smugglers or the spy people? The smugglers?
No, the spy master and his whole entourage.
Don, how much time before our ship's recharged?
It's 8 hours.
It's 8 hours. You guys just
And
landed.
I've already gone looking for a skateboard, come back unsuccessful. We're trying to plot and whatnot. It's only been a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Chad says, I'm gonna go see if there's anything good on the ship before we waste all our time trying to take what's on the ship.
Totally.
Let's do some recon, boys.
Wait,
Chad, Don,
is it grounded right now?
It is tied off on the airport. The airship terminal that you guys are also on.
So we could technically get on there now and just wreak havoc.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to do it here.
I
on the dock.
don't really know if you want to, let the local authorities know that we're doing this.
Then
Yeah.
we like Alcazan. We're not gonna try and mess that up, but we can at least try and take a peek. I turn to my wizardy folk. Hey, can any of you disguise me, make me invisible?
Ooh, invisible.
Ooh.
Actually.
Invisible and fly, because then you can fly over there. I don't know how you're
Oh.
gonna attack, but
I've got. Chad points to his slippers. He says, "I'll be fine. Don't worry about me."
I don't have.
understood.
I thought I had.
Just points to his duct tape sandals. They're just wrapped around his feet.
Don't worry, I got it.
Daniel, while they're doing that, I have something to show you at the airship. It'll help us out for this raid. And he'll bring you back to his captain's quarters on our airship.
Dims the lights, turns on some candles.
Yeah.
Welcome to the raid team.
Jesus.
No, but while there, he will ritually cast find Steed and summon his pet.
You will. Is Nathaniel with you? Is that what
Did he come? Did he follow?
I followed you. Yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
kill the new guy?
No, no, no. I'm showing him our secret weapon for the raid.
Bro,
We're kill-
You're gonna unleash
Bam Bam is gonna kill
Bam
him.
Bam in an airship.
No, it's an our airship.
I only have
Oh,
connections.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm leaving to go. Oh my god, there's not gonna be an airship
Can
when I come back.
polymorph
What do I
turn you
see
into a small
summon this?
creature?
It's Bam Bam.
Inconspicuous creature?
You actually see nothing, Nathaniel. Instead, the lights just grow a little bit dimmer, a little bit darker. This thing's not... It doesn't even have the space to materialize in your shitty little captain's quarters.
Wait, how small are my captain's quarters? What?
Yeah, it's like a 7 foot,
Probably,
wide,
pretty small on a
4
small
foot
ship.
long. Yeah, you are on a tiny ass ship. You guys are like, guys, we have an airship. We can fight the world. Let's do it. And it's like,
Basically the Titanic of airships. Let's go.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we've been pretty successful so far, knock on wood.
Wait, so I can't spawn it in this area? I would know that beforehand, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I go to an area on the ship where I would be able to spawn it?
The deck?
And, like, clear it out? Like, tell my crew, like, hey, get out of here.
The hold?
Yeah, the hold. I'll go to the hold.
Yeah, you can go to the hold, hang out with all of your mithril bars, your 1,900 pounds of it.
And I'll summon Bam Bam here.
You summon Bam Pam, and it gets a little bit darker, a little bit foreboding. Nathaniel, you feel this presence around you. Do you tell Bam Bam to materialize and attack?
No, I just like pat my like side and have Bam Bam like shuffle out to my side. And I'll like pet its head.
So this is our hidden.
Let's see if it's mad at you.
Over the crew.
You got it
Bam
killed
Bam?
last time. Yeah.
I did not get it killed. It got itself killed.
You got it killed.
Do you know in Pokemon when they don't listen to their trainers because they don't have enough badges?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's exactly
Bam Bam
like
did this to
that.
himself.
As you summon this steed, you're like, I want to show you off to my new companion. I want to impress him. And
Yeah.
then you feel a sense of rebelliousness, Igor.
Oh no.
Summon me when only we are going into battle. I am no baby bitch steed. That is the emotional wave you get as
I
John
will like
continues to...
telepathically communicate back, be like we are preparing for battle, and I need to show off your abilities in order to better situate our companions. You will
They
listen to
are
me. I am your
irrelevant.
master.
Oh no, Igor.
I'll try I'll have like a
Igor,
match
who
with
hurt
Bam
you?
Bam.
John needs to ask Igor something. Why is he so controlling? What, is he afraid that, like, this one person's gonna leave him? Like,
No, yeah, Igor legit thinks like nobody will care about him or take him seriously unless he like controls everything because like of
no.
him being stupid.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He is pretty stupid.
So while he's talking to Bam Bam, are we just in the room watching him? Like, and he's like,
No,
Igor's having like a screaming
Throws in
match with
there.
Bam Bam's at his head.
he's having a little
This is what it's like to
one-on-one.
be around schizophrenics.
Fucking Albert. Good old...
I swear he's trying to summon something in the thing.
You will like look back. You'll be like, I
it's
swear
like-
this never happens. I swear, like it usually comes out by now.
What's going on, Igor? Why isn't Bam
You
Bam
can
coming
see
out?
you can see the lights are dimming. Like something
Yeah.
is happening. I do not need this extra reassurance. To note, with all this money down here, we could offer just to buy their ship from them.
Why? When we can just take it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be lawful good, we're gonna have to get rid of you and kill you and sell your body for parts.
Jesus Christ.
I would not call myself lawful good. I would call myself opportunistic.
Speaking of opportunistic, Chad wants to go check and see what's on this ship to see if it's even worth pursuing at this point.
All right,
Well,
it
that's why I
sounds
asked,
like
like-
no one wants to support you in that, so you
That's
just...
fine. I'm stealth.
I
I'll
had
stealth
asked earlier about can you polymorph him into something or yourself into something that's inconspicuous animal size, and then be able to like a cat, and be able to do like go through the area without people giving you much of a second thought.
Are there any animals in the area, John?
Animals on an airship terminal? No.
Like no birds?
There's like the occasional seagull, but there was a lot more animals when Jerome had the city locked down due to like crows and fucking rats coming out of the sewers and whatnot.
Don't transform into.
But now that there's like actual air traffic, seagulls aren't just gonna go next to airplanes, right? They're gonna avoid where the giant moving metal monstrosities are coming and staying at, and go hang out at the piers where they can get food. So there's like a couple of birds there, definitely. But how many animals do you see at a regular airport is what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
I'm not thinking a cat's the right idea, because there aren't any cats. There's just birds.
Yeah, you're high up in the air. This isn't like a grounded thing. This is a massive tower that shoots into the air that airships can dock at. Yeah.
No, turn him into a cockroach.
Airships don't really land. They kind of stay in the air until they crash.
That's fair.
That'll switch out of his task troll outfit and switch into...
I'm still trying to find boats.
Ooh! Some wizard initiate robes from the Forge of Alvin. Just for
Ooh.
disguise factor. And then make sure he's got his boots of spider climb equipped, and we'll
Your
go
slippers?
see what he can find out. Slippers of whatever. Yeah, I don't have it written
Definitely.
down. Slippers of climbing.
You head up to this massive ship. It is easily 3 times the size of yours in all dimensions. It is rather intimidating as you start to head over to their pier, which has been assigned to them during their own recharging portion, or as long as they're in the city, really. You don't see the Port Authority. You don't see anyone like unloading or loading things at the moment. Instead, you see some dudes out there guarding the like entryway to the pier itself. They wear the colors, the brilliant blues and the gilded golds of Maelstrom. These are professional sailors / soldiers of a technical ally city-state, but not necessarily. Like, in practice, they're not really your allies, but... Not that you guys
armed?
give a shit. Oh yeah, they're definitely armed.
Chad would walk up to them. They seem to be guarding, you said the entrance? Or like the walkway in and out? Or
Yeah, so there's like this interior section where crews or passengers can like get into this airship terminal and then, you know, either go to a different gate to board a different airship or go downward into a more relaxing area or a onboarding, offboarding processed area. And Alcazan is not too big of like a security thing on the state side, which, well, I suppose you can make your own implications to that statement if the government isn't truly like invested in securing their own airship terminal. But you are on like the top floor out of like 7 floors, so, you know, 70-foot tower-ish. And yeah, there's just this singular gate where some Maelstrom dudes. Do you want me to give you a number this time rather than do the Gnol meme on Miros, where it's just like, there's some people in there, and then you
I'd
walk
like to know
in.
how many potential murderers I'm about to try and talk with. Yeah.
There are 3.
Okay. I would approach
you're
them and be
welcome.
like, guys, that's a really, really cool airship.
They look at you in your... What are you wearing? Your weird Alcazenian...
Wizard initiate robes from the Forge of Alvin.
Yeah, they're gonna... They look at your haircut. They look at your clothing. And one of them's like... Yeah! What's it to you?
I'm just in the market for potentially getting my own, and I've never seen one like this before.
You're gonna go get your own airship?
Yeah.
Huh?
Eventually, I need to know where
little boy?
where I could get one.
Where you can go get your own airship to buy?
I mean, you got one from somewhere, right?
Two of the guys just like look at each other and start laughing, while the dude in front of you comes to give a good old, yeah, sure. Do you want a tour of it too?
That would be neat. Can I insight to see if he's fucking with me?
Oh yeah, you can give us your best insight check right here, right now. He'll do it. He'll do it. A check of his own. Rolling a natural 5. Oh yeah, he's fucking with you.
I'd love that, but I don't think that's what you're here to offer me, bud.
No, come on. Don't you want to see our cool airship?
I'd love to.
Oh. He starts laughing. And he comes to put an arm over your shoulders and lead you.
I dodge away. I'm like, I'm good, bud. I can walk.
All right. He stares at you.
Go on. Show me around.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. You will follow him. How far away do you want to be from this guy, as the other two will undoubtedly come to your back?
Just like regular walking distance. I'm not trying to be weird about it. I just don't want him holding me.
Okay. You will go through the gate onto the pier where there is but a small open railing, or I guess open air railing that will lead to the boat itself. You will get about 15 feet down this thing, another 15 feet towards it, when something is going to happen. So I need you to give me a perception check, or we're going to have to roll surprise.
Yikers.
Oh, God.
Passive is much higher than that.
What's your passive?
13.
Okay. So one guy will make this weird, like, oof sound as he, like, trips over part of the pier. As you look to him, the guy to, like, right next to him, or who would have been right next to him, is gonna do an athletics check against your acrobatics or athletic skill as he grapples you. Ooh, very nice.
No, he doesn't.
He does not. He rolls a natural 1.
That's clumsy.
Punch him. As this guy goes to grab you, Chad, what are you doing? Should we be rolling initiative immediately? Are you going to fight these guys?
Try and talk my way out of this. I'm going to say, hey, I'm not here to fuck with you. I'm here to look at an airship. I like airships. If that's a problem, I can leave. I don't need to make this violent.
You say that. And these guys are going to mug you, Chad.
Chad is going to...
They're going to fucking mug you. Alright, cool.
Try.
On the pier, John will get rid of all of the other initiatives and put on some
I take it I didn't
music.
get any looks at what was inside the airship before.
You got to
combat
see
began.
its, like, dope side and flank, definitely.
Great.
These brutes, these guys who are just as opportunistic, bloodthirsty, and murderously hobo as you all, will do battle with you. God, these guys suck, though. Oh, no, that's way too loud. That was spooky. Please, roll initiative. John will add you manually. As Chad fights on this tiny little pier. Wait, did Temerbot respond to a bot? Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Quantum AI.
So
Yeah.
just put a Markov bot in chat.
Okay. You rolled a 14.2. They will roll manually. Because I... 12, 9, and 13. There we go. So, they're going at a flat rate. I think you're going to beat them all. No, one beats you by 1. And then 11. There we go. Descending order. The guy behind you. No, this is Maelstrom 2. So the guy who tripped will recover, pull out a knife, and say, "Your money or your life! I know, I'll take both!" And roll to stab you in the chest. No. He is not near you. He has to walk. And he will walk forward and stab at you. What is your AC, Chad?
18.
Okay, then he will definitely miss with his first attack. As John... No, this guy will be the rogue. We're going to... He won initiative. He will be our roguey boy. Leaving up to Chad. Chad, you are next to one guy who tried to grapple you, and now you're next to this other guy who tried to stab you. If you were within walking range of the guy who was leading you to this ambush point, then I suppose he would be within 5 feet of you as well. So, Chad, what do you want to do as you see 3 people coming to assail and attack you? Alrighty.
Disengage
You disengage.
and say, "Fuck you guys," and I throw 100 toll spucks at them, and walk, and I can absolutely outrun them.
You outrun them. Okay, you run away. You will get to the gate. It was only 15 feet away. Enter the terminal, and they're not going to chase you. Battle's over. You run. They mock you as you do so. Like, "Oh, what? You don't want to come see our airship? Come on!" You say, "Fuck off," give them the middle finger, and will, I guess, run back to your team?
I report back, "Hey guys, bunch of assholes on that ship. Couldn't find anything of value."
So I guess it's time to kill.
Kill what? There's nothing there. It's a
There's
ship.
something on the ship?
There's nothing worth. Not worth our time right now. Super
Alright.
sneaky stealth Chad, got a good look, surveyed the area, got heckled by a bunch of dingbats, and ran. Chad would also switch back into his Souls robes at this point.
You switch back.
Yeah.
John looks for
I
music.
really want to raid a ship, but it's alright.
We'll find another one, buddy. We found one, we will find another. We'll go hire some people, we'll make a stone thing, we'll get that underway, and then we can go chase down your grandpapa, right?
True.
And on our way to get to your grandpa, we can just maybe acquire more. What kind of ship class is this?
Bet. We have a Corvette.
A Corvette? Yeah, there probably find more out there, except for where we found this one, right?
True, we could get another ship.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I guess we should get some sleep before heading back.
Yeah.
We can't sleep on the airship, or we can't short rest on the airship, right?
Yeah, you can short rest on the airship.
Delightful.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for the sky in case when nightfall hits to see if there's any symbol night falls for me.
Do you guys want to leave as soon as your ship's ready and get to Tulsa by the end of this day, or are you spending the night fully in Alcazar?
What are we actually doing at this point? So, we've
I have no
tried to
idea,
talk to
man.
an elemental, gave up, gonna go hire some people to go build a monument.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And then, probably while that's being built, go see Grandpapa, get the Greater Kamigal. Finally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can come back, finish the monument stuff.
And see what else we got from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the chemical stuff, I assume, is gonna take a minute.
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit! On our way there, I can check if my armor's done. Yeah, we gotta go wrap this up. I'm trying to go visit the Forge of Alvin again.
So yeah, we'll leave as soon as possible.
Yep.
So are you staying the night, or are you going that night?
We're going that night.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just go that night.
The evening will come The night will begin to pass as you all depart from Alcazan. Leistung, in the distance, there is a light that is sort of on the clouds that stops with two horns over a volcano. The light has been made
Guys,
by
I'm gonna
Garmulon.
actually stay the night. I just remembered I have something to do with Rodrigo.
It's too late. The airship's already
Fuck,
2
I'm jumping
miles
off the
over the
airship. I'm
city.
gonna rage. I'm gonna jump off the airship.
Cast fly on him before he kills himself.
Leistung jumps to his death.
I just remembered. I'm very scared of heights. Never mind. I'm not jumping. It can wait till tomorrow.
Okay. John was about to pull out some D6s and fuck your day. But if you choose not to do that, then it's fine.
No,
You head to Tulsa that night. Arrive within the city in but 3 or 2 hours. Someone inhales sharply on cocaine, and you are back in Tulsa. The night is young still. It is only, 11 p.m.-ish. Midnight's still a little ways off. It is technically still the 22nd, but it is going to be the 23rd here in a moment. What would you like to do?
We gotta talk to Ozark to talk to that little guy about the stone thing. Right?
That would probably be the guy.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, if no one else wants to come for like the convo and just go to sleep tonight, we're probably just gonna go head to Ozark and ask him for our little beer cat friend.
Sounds good. I'll come. Why not?
Bad when presented the option of dealing with a bureaucrat or sleeping, we'll go immediately to sleep.
Okay.
If Igor's going, I should probably go as well because things are probably going to go violent.
Fair.
Still rather die. He's gonna go.
Fair
to sleep.
enough.
Nathaniel,
I'll join you.
uh,
I'm joining in.
on the sleeping or the...
On the conversation.
So
you
was
should-
like, I'm going to sleep, and your immediate response is, I'm joining you. I was like, oh, okay, wow, we're moving quickly. You join in on the conversation. Leistung, Igor, Ebor, and the new guy, Nathaniel, join, or I guess meet in Ozark Simulacrum, who will tell you to hang on a second, point you to the snack room. You guys know where the snack room is. That's your meeting place. And Ozark will be in shortly, or at least a different Ozark Simulacrum, because you would have found someone that was, already doing something if he's in the middle of the halls. So an Ozark Simulacrum appears. A middle-aged man, the gray goatee, albino hair, in several different forms of braids, shows up in fancy black silk and silver-lined robes. Oh ho! The raid team minus a couple. How's it going? Nathaniel,
It's going
are you
okay.
enjoying your new companions?
Nathaniel seems
Hey.
pretty okay.
Yeah.
They made it back in one piece, so I like that part.
Amazing! Who would have guessed that a scouting mission would be non-violent for you all?
Oh, it almost got very violent, but we'll talk
I'm
about that
sure
another
it
day.
did.
Yeah. So
What can I
we
help
talked
you
to-
with?
Oh, we just wanted to report back to you and see if we can get in contact with that little gremlin.
Ah,
that
yes!
guy.
The politician.
Yeah.
What about him?
We need to. All right. So we talked to the elemental, and
Did you?
basically, yeah, talked in a very loose sense of the word. It
Ah,
kind of
So not at all.
presented to us, presented a shrine that it presumably wants us to build somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to commission it for the town, so it's built, so it doesn't rock our
Ah.
world.
Oh, so you want to go and get that done first instead of the airship terminal? Or do you want to, do that yourselves? I'm not sure what you're getting at here.
Oh, just have that on the docket, maybe after the airship terminal is done. They build the shrine and what have
Ah,
you.
so you
Just
want
wanna
us to
make sure we pay
start
that off.
building before we have permission to build?
I believe they're going to take permission.
Yes.
it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission type of thing.
That's often the case, unless, the being in which you're trying to treaty with is capable of leveling an entire town.
So shrine first, right?
Well, I don't care. It's not my colony. You decide your own fate here, Lichtang. Can you imagine if you were like a landowner and then someone like built on your, garden you spent several decades working on? They just built a fucking like ant colony there. You're like, what the fuck, man? Time to bust out the poison.
Oh,
Or would you
I
be
haven't
like,
seen it.
oh yeah, it's the ants. Let's deal with them nicely. Can
Guys,
you talk with them?
Nathaniel, you seem good with logistics from what I saw on the ship. What do you think we should do first? As a team, think.
The airship has already left to go craft the new town or whatever is being built there. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
do we have-
another airship terminal.
Yeah, do we have a airship that could take a group of stonecutters, masons, architects, whatever it may be, to the site where you want to communicate with the elemental? And do both at once? Or should we take
Yeah.
our airship back? We should take
th-
our airship back with people, and all
Oh.
the supplies are kind of around.
Ozark's mind explodes. He's like, he was about to suggest the same thing I was! That's amazing! We have a free airship! It's called Xenos Betrayal! Why don't you do this yourselves? It'd be so much faster if you just, like, kidnapped some laborers, and some stonecutters, and some architects, or, hired them, as you mortals are
Coerce them
wont
through
to do.
money and capitalism.
Exactly! And then take them to the site and build something.
Well, we should
Sounds good to me.
get residents of Tulsa that are those occupations, so we can get rid of all our Tulsa bugs.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So I'm fine with that. I think in the morning we should then scout out for some, handyman.
Sounds
Right.
good to me.
I grew up in Tulsa. I would understand where the manufacturing district is, or where these people would probably be.
Yeah, you'd just hire a contracting company.
Over there, we need
Yeah.
contractors. I need X amount of people because I want it done in Y amount of time. And
Mhm.
what does that look like? Yeah.
Is this like going in front of Home Depot?
Basically, yeah. Except, a bit more professional. They don't, set up shops outside of a fucking hardware store. They have their own buildings, and they're a company.
Alright.
But yeah, you can do that. I'm not stopping you.
Okay, I guess that's break on the meeting. Wanted to update you, and basically that was it.
Mm.
So I turned to the right team. This shrine is supposed to communicate with this elemental, or maybe Ozark, of a better way to talk to an elemental, or talk down to an elemental is what you would probably understand.
Well, I would just go around and, dig up the, terraform it. That's what I'd do. That's what I have done. Because, once you start fucking with their shit, they're gonna come at you. And they're gonna come at you hard. But if you have the power to put them in their place, they'll be like, this isn't worth the effort, fuck it.
Turn to the right team. Should we level the place then? Should we be taking mercenaries with us to protect the town?
That sounds like
on
a
top
bad
of
idea.
engineers?
I don't think
I
we need
mean-
to hire mercenaries. We're
Yeah.
fighting capable of our own. But, if we're going to be taking some people who are going to fuck with the terrain there anyway, I don't, I think we're fine going as we planned currently.
Yeah, if these are, we can't be there at all times though, so we should probably hire some soldiers to stay back.
Well, it's
protect them while
Tulsa
they're
will be
building the
there.
place.
It's our colony. Well, it's the Tyrant's colony that you guys are, helming the expedition for. So, once it's set up and, logistically possible to get more people there, then we'll send more dudes.
I understand.
Yeah. Here, this isn't some private capital adventure. This is you all remember your soldiers, right? You have contracts to work for the city in a military capacity. Just making sure. Sometimes you guys don't act like it. It's not just you. Fucking Discovery team. He mutters to himself for a second there.
Yeah, understood. I guess in the morning we should grab the people and head on back.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
I assume like they'll say, "Oh, people may be available today or tomorrow or next week," but we will just
Yeah.
convince them through sheer force or money to come with us today.
We have sheer force of money. I promise you that.
Sheer
We
force
have
of
both
money.
in plenty.
Okay. Well,
So could I pop to like a library or something to read up on like creatures of the land? Because I now have polymorph and I'm not totally sure what I can use it for. So maybe if I read up, it might sort of let me understand some of the creatures that I could use it for.
link polymorph real quick. You added to your sheet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and click it. So, the way I understand it is you don't even need to see the animal to make it. When you would turn someone into a giant ape, you would more or less tailor them in like the fashion. They're like, okay, I saw King Kong once. What would King Kong look like? Sapwalk! And you turn them into it. However, the spell still follows the CR ruling of it. So you are level 5 right now, so that means you can only turn somebody into a beast of CR 5.
No, it's the target of the spell's level. So if I turned Sil, they'd be CR 9.
I'm
If I
not
did myself,
sure
it's a
about
5.
that. Hang on. Where is that?
A lot of
Oh,
text
the
on that
target's level. Okay. Then yeah, that would work.
All right.
The new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's level, or the target's level if it doesn't have a challenge rating. There you go.
So
Boom.
turning into a T-Rex.
Yeah. I'm not playing the game of like, oh, a druid can only wild shape into monsters. It's like everybody knows what polymorph is in this world. They understand that there are certain monsters that used to exist that can still somewhat exist through the polymorph spell. So I'm not gonna like sweat the stat block issue, if that's what you're getting at.
Cool, I didn't know how you wanted to run it,
Yeah,
so I
no, you're
thought
good. You're
I'd
good.
train
bud.
character to learn it. Cool.
Yep. Well,
That
with
DC is 19. What the fuck?
polymorph and a +2 wand is insane. You all will pass the 22nd. The 23rd comes around. You will go and hire some people. How much money are you willing to spend on this? Because I'm gonna flat rate you. What it would normally be. And then I'll give you a time, and then however much you want to pay beyond that can speed up that process.
So we, in our ship alone, we have 4,990 pulse bucks that we can do nothing with. So
You want to spend it all here and just get this shit done within a week?
What's it cost, John, before we throw everything at him?
I'm gonna ask you what kind of shrine you want, and then because there's multiple levels of shrines, right? So like a singular contractor can make you a shrine in the city in a day. It won't be the greatest quality, but if we want
Like a
to,
shed.
yeah, basically, yeah. If you want to make a shed of a shrine, you can do that. So, what sort of quality do we want here? Because the more money we're
We
going to
want
throw at
decent
this, the better it's going to look
quality.
and be.
We
Okay.
need to not piss off the giant rock monster, boys.
So if you want to
No,
like build a temple, right? That's going to be like a multi-month project, several thousand golds worth. Is the best clear. Like building a fucking temple is sick as shit. Can you imagine if you just had like a temple built in your name? That'd be hella cool. But if we want like just a shrine, like a team of like 10 people can go out to a place, get whatever.
I see no reason in not spending all of our toll bucks on this. So our toll bucks are useless otherwise.
Let's
Make
throw
a
it.
make a temple.
Yeah, so how much will 4,990 toll bucks get us?
it could get you started on a temple, definitely. But that's going to be a multi-month project. You guys won't want that. So what that would get you is a shrine built within a week, made out of really good material. So like marble, maybe even an artisan to come in and like do a statue itself of whatever you want. Get, extra bits and bobs, build a fence around it to keep out stray animals. You'd have to find a guy to like maintain the land, which would be infeasible, because then you just strand someone out there with no support at all and he's just fucking screwed. Once your colony begins to start to develop, it will be possible to even get like a guy out there and just hire a maintainer of the shrine.
Yeah, so there's small, medium, and large. Clearly, we don't want the large or the small option, so some medium option that's like a gazebo with like a shrine in it, kind of, but like nice. Not like a piece of shit one.
Yeah, they level the land as well. This isn't just like, oh, a building pops out of nowhere. Like, they have to find a good place to put it, survey the land, clear that little area, then build the, I suppose, property would be what it is. Not more than
that sounds good with me. If it's good with you guys, I'm going to delete the Tollsbucks off our party sheet then.
Do it.
Hey,
Yeah. I'm thinking more like a nice, like, obelisk on a platform. You know what I'm saying? And that could look real nice.
They can
It
build
is
an
a big
obelisk.
rectangle.
John,
Yeah, what's up?
we need to take a break.
You want to take a break?
Yeah.
Think about it on the
Okay.
break.
Let's take a quick break, quick, guys. It's been an hour and a half. This is a good time. Guys, we are back. Unfortunately, Sill's significant other is having, like, a medical issue, like, medical crisis, so he's taking him to the hospital right now. So we are just going to go on as if he was still here, but he's in our hearts and in our minds, as John quickly realigns his cameras to make sure they're in their proper squares. It is the 23rd. You guys can get all this stuff sorted. It will be a full week before your shrine is ready, which will bring you to Tyrant on Ice. If that is what you guys wish to do, and just spend like a week of downtime, more or less ferrying these people. Alternatively, which I know none of you will vote for, you could leave your ship in the care of Tolst. Alright, cool. We don't care about time here. We're going to do a long rest. Does anyone have any resources they need on a long rest? Didn't we just finish one?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, a week will pass. The 30th.
My rage is back.
Good shit. You raged earlier?
Yeah, during my Batman week.
Oh, yeah. Your Batman.
Stop the horse.
During your long rest, you raged.
Yeah, you did kill a horse.
No, the horse died on top of me.
Right.
He just put it
Igor
down.
will try to somewhat, like, salvage his relationship with Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Like every now and then bring him out, be like, hey, buddy, you want to talk about what's going on? Try to, like, you know.
Igor, this is a creature of death and destruction. You, as another creature of death and destruction, through pretending that it is a pet, are showing severe disrespect to it. That is what you will learn after trying to cajole and force your creature to love you. Which it doesn't. It doesn't love you in that similar way. It will be your partner in battle. It will carry you on its noble flanks. It will screech out and do war against the enemy that you have. But it's not a pet. It doesn't have needs or wants or wishes. It is a magical entity, solely existing to kill others. Is that what Igor wanted to know?
Igor is saddened by this, but he also understands. To love something sometimes, you have to let it kill.
Truly. It's a predator. You gotta let the predators predate.
So I'd like to look at the I've forgotten the name. Hephaestus's grimoire that I have.
Hephaestus? Good old
Hephaestus.
Hap. You wish to look at it.
Yeah, because it has like some spells and stuff that I don't know in it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it has False Life or Blink or any different spells I wouldn't normally have access to. So
Yeah. You look through this spell book that is missing half of its pages. Because Grimir of the Grave, the necromantic creature, ripped half of the book out, which undoubtedly had some forbidden knowledge that any wizard would explode for. John wants to put on some different music. There we go. More piano music, fuck it. You look at Hephaestus's grimoire, and it is written in a hard-coded magical language. Not just a read and comprehend languages spell will get you through this. This is written in the arcane words. So I'm going to need you to give me an Arcana check as you begin to try to translate and break the code. Should be simple. DC 7, or not DC. You rolled a 17. Perfect. You will begin to transcribe and translate. And many of them are indeed spells you will get through, you know, like, oh shit, this is some weird transmutation stuff. And then you'll look through some other things, and there'll be necromancy-based spells indeed. But what's more interesting than just the raw spells is the dialogue that this creature, this ancient lich wizard, is having in the book with potentially himself. Let me go to my Grimoire pages. Roll20, help me. Which Roll20 folder is in it?
Now airing on Disney Channel.
Roll20 Klovisa? No, this is in the God War folder. Lore folder. Leechy Dan. No, not Leechy Dan. The God. Nope. Vampire? No, that's for... Who's it? There you are. Books. At the very top. Scrolling down. Grimoire, Grimoire, Grimoire. Hephaestus. There we go. So, John looks at what information he wants to give you. Okay. Ebor, you're looking through this grimoire. This big old book of magic and foreboding spells. You will not see any that you immediately recognize as like, oh, this is the first level Ray of Sickness. Instead, it will be more of bits and pieces of much stronger magics, of combinations of spells that once existed and are now long forgotten. The spells that you're aware of, Ebor, perhaps came after this man's time. You are looking at the big shit, the scary shit, the ancient stuff. And also will begin to feel part of yourself be pulled into this writing as you feel this weird presence in the back of your mind. The wand itself, Joy, begin to warn you. Ebor!
Yeah?
Are you just going to spend several days looking at this book?
Well, I was trying to work out what's in it, because I died trying to get it, so I just thought we should work out what's in it.
Okay. Can you change your underwear? You have been seated for 72 hours.
Yes, that's not a request.
You look at yourself, Ebor, and 3 days have passed after you opened the book. A full 72 hours of you losing track of time as mysteries begin to unfurl of the past. John will tell you, KJC, meta. This book will contain some crazy custom shit that he's going to port over from other things, as well as spells of his own make, which will undoubtedly be broken. They will require your undivided attention for potentially days at a time. And this is kind of the big warning sign of have downtime prepared before you open this up willy-nilly.
Gotcha. Okay.
On the bright side, you indeed discovered the spell within the wand known as Hephaestus's Happy Hazard. It's a beautiful spell. Really gives you insight onto the man who once existed. Okay. Does any...
wanted to...
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, that was me saying, yeah, that's all I really wanted to know was, like, is there anything off the top of the bat? Otherwise, I'll leave it for the time being.
Yeah. Meta level, John has not prepared any spells, but they're all going to be 4th level plus. So get ready for some dope shit. Oh my god. every wizard. I'm looking at Alden, looking at Temer and Bachat. The 2 other wizards here, KJC. They're so jealous right now.
Rating.
No consequences. This week of downtime is not like a full-blown week of downtime. You guys are still working. You're transporting these crews of people, their machinery, as well as, hanging out with them in case anything bad happens. No regret. You made another overlay! Oh my god, Chad!
T-posing Chad, T-poses.
And the 30th will come and kind of go...
How does Igor feel about me just like stepping in and like logisticsing on his ship as like people load stuff in, as people load stuff out, as we're going to and from places? Like, I seem really involved in like the ongoings of what's happening on a ship.
Igor will every now and then like he'll come by and like scold one of his like team members right in front of you and like be like, that's how it's done. And like he's gonna try to take the role of that you just don't know how to really lead. Like you don't know what you're doing really. So he's gonna teach you how to manage the right way. You're by scolding
and the awful cop at the same time. There's no good cop anywhere. Okay.
Exactly. So he's gonna try to teach you like how to like scold and make people fear you and respect you in that way.
I mostly just if the NPCs would chat me up, they would find that like I don't operate in that way. I operate in only good cop way to those who are around me.
And probably just
that is extremely refreshing, Nathaniel. The pirates, the oldest of Igor's crew, would die for him. You won't ever convince those zealots, but the regular people from Tulst who are just like, young men and women who have, want to learn how to fly an airship, take to you as like the older brother of the entire craft damn near immediately. It used to be Bojable who was like the voice of reason, but like at the end of the day, Bojable's some dude from Nevator's Arsenal who is also like only here because of Igor, so that guy's loyalties will always be with Igor. Whereas
I'm from Tulst.
Yeah, they hear the accent, they know you to be seemingly reasonable and kind, which is alien to the crew thus far.
Something you will probably notice is that Igor heavily favors all like the OG pirate crew. Like, if there's ever anything like where there's like either a regular person from Tulst or an OG guy, he'll always like favor the OG guy.
It's like hierarchy. Igor, Bojable, the guys, and then no one else. They didn't even make the list.
Pretty much, yeah. Igor picks on them a lot with his OG pirate crew. He'll be like, yeah.
Another thing you will notice immediately, Nathaniel, is Igor, super amateur. He knows terminology. Sometimes he gets it wrong, but he clearly is not proficient in being a ship master. You have seen actual crews. You have been on a pirate vessel before under Rita. What was her name? Like Dead Silver or
Rita.
Something?
Yeah.
Silver Eye?
Look it up. I think Silver Eye, because you said there was another one.
Yeah, she was Silver Eye.
No, not another one.
As far as terminology goes as well, Igor refers to himself solely as the captain, and Bulgeable as the pilot. He never calls Bulgeable the pilot and himself the shipmaster. It's always Igor's the captain.
Igor's the captain, bro. God help anyone who says
Bulgeable's just just a pilot.
Igor uses all the terms of people he's seen be successful as he's like walking by and hearing conversations, and he's like, "Oh, that's a successful person." That's what they say, so I say that.
Okay, perfect.
It seems that's great.
In this time, Chad, you can go buy a skateboard, also known as a rolly log. CK, does Leishtung ever just dip off a ship while refueling at Alcazan? And just like go.
It's like if there's like a light that's being shown, I will step off the ship. considering that everything's going smoothly so far.
John, did I break my new skateboard and my bad kickflip start?
Oh my
I immediately.
Oh my god.
How much gold does 2 skateboards cost?
4.
What is this?
All right, subtract 4 gold. Let's try out the new one.
All right.
All right, this one
There
works.
we go.
That one. 3rd time's the charm.
Yep,
What color is this one?
that was 2 failed skateboards in a row. Yeah, what color is this?
Four
Hang on.
gold.
I'll tell
You get to you buy the skateboard.
I know. Hang on. I'm hammering. Give me a moment.
Oh my god. Ah.
Lawn green. It's lawn green.
Okay. You get a lawn green skateboard. As John cries and cries and cries. Guys, it rained recently down here in Texas, and it's just been fucking my allergies, I suppose. I'm
Damn.
just downing Benadryl, and it's not working. The 30th will come. Your shrine will be built and be completed the same day that the Tyrant on Ice occurs. Do you care to go look at this crappy festival where the Tyrant puts on
Oh,
ice
we need
skates?
to see it.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we're going to Tyrant
We
on Ice.
definitely are going.
God damn it. Okay, well, you guys do that. Oh, no. Oh, I have to
Whole
pull up
crew's
the
seen it.
notes
Mandatory
again.
event.
Okay. Everyone goes, but John has to go cry real quick, so he will go look up his notes. I know it's only been like 30 minutes, but I gotta take another break, guys. I'm so sorry. We'll be right
Love you,
back.
John. Feel better.
That's fine. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh.
Just our sense of purpose and direction.
I didn't tell you that mics were on, but they were. So,
You're welcome.
sorry about that. We're back, everybody, after me getting some water, blowing my nose, changing my shirt. Hopefully that will get rid of some of the pollen. Fucking Tyrant on Ice. What a stupid fucking concept. Okay.
Tie. Is this a usual yearly occurrence, or is this like a one-time special?
This is
show?
like a one-time spectacular event. Come see like the equivalent of the president dance in like a massive venue. So let me talk to you guys about the 30th of April. So the 30th of April is not special. There's no holiday associated to it on the Confederation calendar. It is just something that 2 or 3 months ago, the tyrant said, like, we're going to be putting on an ice show to fundraise for, you know, Cantalari refugees and their downtrodden city-state, and they're joining us as, like, a city. And it quickly exploded into the tyrant is going to dance on ice as a world leader who is going to put on ice skates and entertain us. So everyone from around the continent was like, we gotta go see this. What the fuck? Let's go.
So that's why that maelstrom ship's here. I understand.
Indeed. Actually, yeah, indeed. That's why it was here. It was just hanging out in Alcazan, because you know, it's a great place to just hang out at. And now, so many people, dignitaries, undoubtedly other spies, and all sorts of well-to-do, important people are here in Tulst right now. Not only that, but because we took this Cantalari angle of like, Cantalar's gone, but the people aren't, let's celebrate that kind of culture. A lot of people from Cantalar in Tulst have made their own fucking fair. Like, a festival has popped up around the stadium. And it's just a day of activity. It is on a Friday, so kids are still in school. So adults, people with young children, and other, you know, just... Well, adults sort of covers the entire populace. Go in the early morning, and it's just a full fucking, like, massive cultural fair of, like, a different culture, a people who once lived in the Red Waste. Massive turnout for not just those people, but everyone who came to see them as well. In the stadium itself, random communities of ice skating cultures and parties are performing as well. And not just from Tulst itself, but all throughout the Confederation. It has become this massive day of celebration. Because the tyrant was like, I'm gonna skate for, we're gonna do some kind of fundraiser. And then it just spiraled out of control. So, guys... The political team spent an entire session just doing shit in this fair. We have a lot of things on our docket, so if there's anything particular other than just enjoying the sights and sounds, I will give you a rundown of what happens when the tyrant actually gets on ice. Anything you guys want to do specifically during this time?
I mean,
Is
garbage,
there, like...
garbage food sounds good to Chad.
Garbage food, funnel cakes, elephant ear, or not elephant ears.
Is there one of
pig
those,
ears.
like, arcade, or not arcade, festival, like, machines where, like, you hit the thing with the hammer to see
Yeah.
it about the top?
Unfortunately-
Oh, definitely doing that.
Well, you would have done it if there was not some dude from Thorazor who apparently broke it. He broke it with his
What?
massive strength. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, Igor's gonna try to find him and challenge him to arm wrestling contest. That's it.
Any of our spellcasters have mending?
It's
mending?
over.
Anyone?
PvP. PvP.
I will tell Thatch that you decide, like, go and hunt him down later, Igor. But that is another player. That is Shadow, who plays in the political team. You will begin investigating. Where did this Thorazorian go? What do you mean he was wearing armor?
Stronger. I brought my own hammer even, look!
Oh god.
Are there any like?
Yeah, what's up?
Are there any like combative sport things? I want to go see if I can flex on some noobs and show the truest, realest combat sport that's not death ball wrestling?
So there is, but there are actual professional rankers here. So these are, the Will-O-Wisp is currently like on the ice right now doing a choreographed ice WWE match. So once you hear that, like, everything for Lei Stung stops as you hear about like the number 2 guy who is like apparently going to throw down with I think his name's a Solar Flare. Those two often like do battle. The Will-O-Wisp and Solar Flare are now on the ice skate wrestling, and this is crazy.
I am enthralled. This is taking up all of my time.
Okay,
I'm taking notes. I'm writing down what they're doing.
You better call
I
Chad.
can
Oof.
After all the street fighting we watch, you better be calling Chad when these people are here. Because Chad is ass deep in bad food right now.
Dude, I hear it, and I'm just running to it. You either see me run to it, or you don't.
We have communicators attached to us. Call me.
Chad, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Morpheus
It's
is fighting
happening.
Neo.
It's happening right now.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
Air food flies in the air, and Chad is gone in a dash.
Don't explain anything else besides it's happening, by the way. You don't know what's happening.
Ebor, you will be asked if you are in town to just ritually cast Detect Magic while people enter the stadium. It is a really shitty thing to ask people to do, but there's like a massive need for better security in a super magical world, because nobody wants to find or go to this like world event and then some asshole decides to throw a fireball into the crowd, because that would be really a really big deal. Magical spectators, like people, spellcasters I should say, are going to their own like special seating area solely to minimize casualties if something were to fucking happen. Or at least like, hey, can you just burn your 3rd level spells real quick? And some spellcasters are like, what about my 4th levels? Can I still have that? They're like, no, you fucking can't. It is a strange security thing, but if you just ritually cast Detect Magic, you can just have all your spell slots, no problem.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
They high-five you. They give you a bonus as well for doing this. It is the 30th, so all of you can get paid today if you so choose. So add 60 Souls bucks to your character sheets, everyone. And
Alright,
Ebor,
what's that in gold,
you get 90 rather than 60. They give you a
Have we
full.
ever
like,
been paid? I think this is the first time we've ever been paid.
You've been paid. I know you
Yeah.
guys have. Yes.
It's in the VODs.
Uh,
I would
Full
probably
spots,
shadow Ebor for security purposes.
I'm on the hood.
After all of this happens, you guys can go into the stadium itself, where the Tyrant will indeed be performing. And it will be the most spectacularly cringe and cheesy, like, Disney show on ice you have ever seen. And it will be... Oh my god. The way I described it initially was more or less the personal history of, like, Tyrant coming into power, challenging and being challenged by these random characters that are all painted up and wearing costumes while they skate around. Haze throwing magic into the air that's just like sparkly effects, more or less, that go over the crowd. Everyone is just losing their minds as the equivalent of the President of the United States just gets onto the fucking ice rink and starts spinning around like a mad lad. It will
I
all...
scream out.
Yeah.
Can I scream out in the beginning, like, that's my tyrant?
You and many others will do similar stuff.
Yeah. That's it. The crew to go chant. Woo, woo, woo. Get the
Yes.
whole ship.
It will culminate...
Oh, yeah, we'll get the whole crew.
Just
pull
like
through the
40 dudes, just like, yeah, just tie.
Yeah, just
They each have a
chant.
letter, go Tyrant, and it spells out.
Yeah. Like it's a baseball game. What? It will all culminate with not just him and the villains, but depictions of other states as well as like Cantalar's people will all sort of be represented on the ice by other task force members, strangely enough, who the reservists who were like, here's a pay bump if you come and perform and know how to like synchronize and be like somewhat dexterous on the ice. So a lot of these guys and faces, you're like, wait a minute, those guys are in the reserves. Which gives every other character from here on out the opportunity to say they danced and performed on The Tyrant on Ice.
Oh,
So-
100%.
Only if you joined after this session, I think.
Yes.
You look towards me, and I was like, well, got out of it. Didn't have to do it.
Big thumbs up. The show will then kind of like end in this just really loud climatic musical number where the Tyrant begins to sing and then is interrupted as someone at the very top of the stadium itself enters through a thunderclapping sound of just this biggest, dynamic, most attention-seeking, show-stopping entrance ever. Some kind of thunder step, undoubtedly, for the spellcasters in the room. Hell, you guys somewhat recognize it from Syl himself, having access to that spell.
Holy
This,
gasps.
the audience loses their minds. At first, it's just like dead quiet, and some people are like, is this part of the second act? That we're nearing the time where the Tyrant gets off, there's nothing after? Is this like a bonus special? And this person comes down from the fucking sky, is flying somewhat spiraling down towards the ice, shouting at the crowd with a voice that is both enthralling and also like unsettling as John tries to find her dialogue, especially. It is not on this. Tyrant on Ice. There we go. I was doing that all from memory. So this person, wearing a very tight-fitting white dress, pale as the moonlight, with platinum hair, just sort of glimmers as spotlights shift and go onto her and follow her on her descent downwards. She shouts out, "Where is my child, you little thief? Bring me my son and let us fulfill this obligation." And then the crowd immediately loses their fucking mind as like, oh my god, they're doing like another fucking act. I can't believe this shit.
Iron has a baby mama.
Truly,
God.
yeah, exactly. Everyone's just like coming up with whatever fucking ideas they can. And then it's like people just start like fucking applauding and clapping, or at least like some of the audience does. Others are kind of just like leaving here and now. As they are like, that was a spell. This is not right. We gotta go. So as some people like evacuate, others take this as like, okay, this is just like, you know, some second act that no one expected. And as she is applauded on her entry, she questions everyone like, "What is this? Mortals praising me? Do you not know that I will be the end of this place? Your petty king will be torn asunder. Here! Now! Why are you not all panicking? I am Arabelle, the one to sing away the seas. And as she
Good acting.
hears...
Igor,
Yeah?
I think
What's up?
Igor started to have like PTSD panic attacks to Xenon. And he's like, oh shit, it's happening again.
Well,
like checking his helmet. Is this thing still working?
Dude, you alright? You alright? You need like a time? You need like a bag to breathe? You
He's
alright?
like hyperventilating.
I'm gonna. Alright, Igor. I'm gonna go turn to Chad. Like, yo, he needs to get out. Yeah, I'm gonna take him out for some fresh air.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah. Tell me what happens.
You need some drugs?
I don't know yet. Pass me the pipe. Maybe he'll use that later.
Chad passes.
Igor's like,
Okay.
please, drugs, yes.
All right, I'm gonna give it
help me
immediately
go.
to Igor.
All of your pirates follow you, Igor. The regular sailors stay to like watch the rest of the show.
As Leishtung leaves, Chad will be like, I'll let you know when the heel turn happens.
All right, let me know who Tyrant's kid is. I want him. I just need to know.
As she hits the ice and comes face to face with Tyrant, who is unarmed at this moment, new music will begin to play as she sort of trails off, and this high-tech EDM music will like distract her, and while she is in some like quiet argument with the Tyrant, whose mouth is moving but his microphone's not picking up his words, she'll begin like bobbing with the music as if like not noticing, and then like ice skaters will like sort of drift into some like preordained position and like copy her movements until suddenly it becomes just this new dance number, and she will begin to more or less sing to the audience and distract everything as this just becomes this new impromptu act with a vampiress named Arabelle.
I say to Joy, this has gone a bit weird, hasn't it?
Joy will be like, "This is fantastic! You should get on the ice and dance with her!"
Can I do that? Am I too far away to get down?
You're way too far away. But, you know... Yeah, no one... Well, I guess the stadium will also kind of just turn this into like an impromptu dance party. As this crazy catchy music and the enchanting song of the vampiress, Arabelle,
Chad would hop
catches...
on mic and be like, Leishtung, Igor, dance party, get the fuck back in here now.
Shit, we gotta go.
All of the lights begin going like super crazy and oscillating, so rather than just like one spotlight, they're just going over the entire stadium. The big television monitors at the very top for people who can't see the ice itself will just constantly like rotate and flick to the crowd who is also dancing. And for about 10 minutes, this will just go on until the musical number ends. Arabella fucking vanishes. Tyrant hasn't been on the ice, and she's like, the spotlight went on her. And kind of anticlimactically, the music will just kind of cut off, and like someone will get on the stadium's communicator and be like, "Everyone give a big round of applause for all of our performers tonight!" And you know, there'll be like that fade out track that'll come out, but it's clearly like, okay, show's over, everyone go home.
Igor is chopped up on drugs, so he's gonna keep dancing.
Okay, you keep dancing. And everyone will kind of just have not really sure what to make of that entire like last 10 to 20 minutes of the entire show. What would you guys do after that kind of like crazy instance of things
Like
just
Stone.
not having to do with you, but also seeming like really fucking insane?
Leishtung, that dude had fireworks and shit. You gotta incorporate that into your gimmick. You're muted, Leishtung.
Oof.
You're right. That's a good idea. Did they ever say who the kid was?
No, they didn't.
Schmitz. Schmitty's.
It was Schmitty.
So many.
Hmm?
No, Schmitty's child.
No shot.
Wait, guys. We have to go congratulate the Tyrant. That was... it was beyond my expectations.
Yo, you think he's after partying right now?
I think they used a stunt
Yo.
double. That was.
You think we could get into the after party with him? I mean, we are kind of like...
We're
Yeah.
kind of like
The after
We're kinda
party
doing
is in the streets, Igor. Everyone who does not go home immediately hangs out until the fair. The show ended at 9, so the night is super young.
Well, we're talking about the private after party.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
You head to the tyrant's court.
Yo, Tai, are you in there?
Yo, Tata, where you at?
You find it somewhat empty. There are, like, the performers who are all, like, having a celebratory drink of, like, we made it, good job. Someone, probably an Ozark simulacrum disguised, is, like, harassing some of the performance and their lackluster things. Just like, you thought I wouldn't see it, but I saw you trip that one. Like, there's a character who is clearly, like, Black Crow Feather Man, who is clearly depicting, like, Jerome in some level or aspect of the show. And he's just like, it's not my fault. The beat kept, like, falling down on my face. I couldn't see. And it's like, well, it's a good thing the tyrant played it off. But Tai himself is not present. He's nowhere to be found.
Does anyone know where he is? Chat would ask
Seemingly
around.
no. You ask the people, they're like, no, he bailed, like, as soon as the, vampire showed up. We were told to, like, dance along with her and get everyone else into the mood, but the tyrant wasn't there.
Wait, vampire? What a...
Yeah, wait.
Huh?
Yeah, she was a vampire. You guys didn't hear about it?
No.
Wait, are you not
What's
with the
all-
reserves?
No, we're part of the official rating team.
Oh! Okay. Well, how'd you like it? Did you like the show?
It was amazing. You
It
guys
was
did a
so
great
good.
job, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, these level 5s and 6 dudes will, ask you what you guys have been up to, since they rarely get a chance to interact with any actual out-and-about team. But for the life of them, they don't know where the tyrant is.
Yeah. Alright. Well, keep in mind, don't tell anyone about, any civilians or whoever's not part of the army about the airport. Keep that in mind that you might be
What?
heading there one of these days.
What are you talking about?
Sean, I
Oh.
don't think they're supposed to know either.
Are they not supposed to know?
That was
Oh,
a test
damn.
and you reservist passed because you didn't get too
Ah!
inquisitive. Good job. Right, Ishtan, get out of here. Go ahead.
Alright.
You're drunk.
I'm gonna see if Rodrigo made it to the party.
You will hear no news of Rodrigo, and by the time you get back to the streets, the after party is just young people who are refusing to go home. Since tomorrow, the
Delinquent.
following Saturday, is the special, well, it's going to be the 1st of May, and also Confederation Romance Day. So, basically, everyone's kind of just taking the next day off anyway, so why not stay up late and party hardy? Even, like, half of the task force itself, including the reservists, they're just gone. They're not even in the court. They're going to hang out and go to clubs or take their significant others and families out to, like, dates and stuff.
I want to mingle with some Cantalarians, because their culture seems pretty sick. Learn a little
Yeah.
about them. Welcome to Tallest.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed your stay.
Oof. You hang out with random people you find who seem to be interested in what you're wearing. You're weird. Were you on the ranked team? Were you like with a will-o-wisp showrunner or like?
No, I'm like
Normal?
kind of adjacent, I like work for the military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the living.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but you guys are in the 1st of May now. Congratulations. What would you guys like to do? You're still in Tulst?
To the shrine, right? That was now built?
Yeah.
Okay. We have no significant others at all on this team. No chance for romance. You guys board your airship.
Wait a second. Hold up. How hot am I? Wait.
You
Roll
gotta
3d6.
Roll
Yeah,
it.
roll.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yikers.
I thought this was a role-playing game and not just real life. Ah.
You are below average. Unfortunate. 1st of May, is that May Day or Labor Day for Klovisa? It's the... Fuck, I'm forgetting it off the top of my head. Valentine's Day, duh. Fuck. Completely forgot. Ugh, my meds are kicking. You guys will head back out. You will stop by Alcazan, have like a rather long lunch there to recharge the 300 miles or so that you expended to get there. Yeah, it's about 300 miles. You guys will then fly all the way back to your shrine, which completed yesterday. God, those poor guys just camped out there until today. Like, we missed some Tyrant on Ice for this shit. Fuck. You have subtracted all of your toll spucks except for the ones you just got paid, right? From the character sheet? Okay.
Yep.
Then, the shrine is complete. You put it on that mountainside, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
John will denote that as we go to that map. Ugh. Get out of here, piano music. The allergies are kicking in hard, boys. What do we want?
Someday you'll have eyeballs again.
Yeah, seriously. It's hard to look at all my bright-ass screens. Ugh.
Put
As...
the nightlight on them, so they're like a little orangey, so they don't hurt your eyes as much.
Ugh.
Lux. It's good stuff.
There we go. John will put a little X here. Somewhere in those hexagons, your X, your temple, your shrine shall be. And it is a very nice, well-constructed shrine. It is about 60-foot radial circle gazebo, somebody said during the initial architectural planning, protects this obelisk that stands maybe 6.5 feet tall. The stone is made out of marble. It is wrapped at the base with a golden like support structure, so it's like this big golden ring around this obelisk that extends out into just like 8 legs to maintain it, so that if the wind pushes on it, since it is open air, it won't like tilt or go far or anything like that. The gazebo itself is made out of the local stone, but the roof is made out of wood and then shingled with clay, not like clay shingles and tiles rather than just like
wood.
crappy wooden ones or like thatch or just being a shitty shed. It is very nice looking and immediately recognizable even from the sky, because it is like a clear structure. The boulders that you had thrown down, and even that hole that had been like kicked into existence, this big crater, are long gone. And when asked like what happened to them, the crew will be like, they were just gone one day. We never really paid that much attention to it. But you are here now. Your ship anchors. They lower you to the shrine. They lift the remaining crew members who stayed the night.
Before those crew members leave, should we engrave this with the name? Do we have a name of the elemental that is here, or a...
No name yet.
No. We could leave some blood, though.
I keep one of the, like, architects behind, not architects, one of the like masons behind to engrave the obelisk.
Okay.
If we get a name.
Yeah. There's, before this obelisk, an altar that Syl would have recommended you all get. This altar will be made out of... Did you guys want to donate any mithril to this? Because having a mithril altar would be sick as fuck. And, like, very, very expensive.
Could we have the local rock within a bowl made out of mithril, like in the top of it, like a small altar?
Yeah.
How much mithril would it be? So I can take it off.
Probably it'd be like 2 or 3 bars to melt it down and get enough for a bowl.
That'd be like 30 pounds of mithril. It's not going to be that big. Just, subtract 10 pounds. We'll say the rest got turned into gold for the sake of it. What's the rate again for mithril? It's like 5 times... it's 5 times as good as gold. So, 1 less than a platinum? Doesn't seem right. You guys had like 60,000 gold's worth of platinum. Or of mithril. Let me see. I think it'd be 500 gold. So they'll spend 5 pounds and then give you 500 gold back. So add that to the character sheet and subtract 10 pounds of mithril.
Done already.
Okay, perfect. You have this stone, just local stone that has been carved out and then hollowed a little bit. That's maybe 3.5 feet tall. So it goes to most people's waists, or if you're Ebor, it towers over you. And inside is a bowl made out of mithril. It was hard to fashion. They had to find one of the better, local metallurgists within Tulsa to do this deed in such a rush job. But it looks fine. You can up and remove it to clean the interior as well, so it's not, completely fixed or sealed into the stone altar itself. The bowl itself is only about 2 feet. 2 foot radius, so 4 foot diameter. So, rather chunky disc plate or bowl. And you look at the shrine. Is there anything you guys want to do as you keep one of the artisans around?
Let's leave a little offering for it in the bowl. Now that we're here.
I think Syl said blood offering is typical. Anyone want to shed some blood? I'm down to do it, but
yeah, I can drop a few.
Yeah. Anyone else want to?
I have a lot less blood than you guys because I'm small, so I'll refrain.
Okay.
I mean, do we have to do it together as a team where we all squeeze blood out of our hands into the basin?
We can do it one at a time if that makes you more comfortable.
But it's we're summoning Captain Planet.
Yeah, it's like a team thing.
We haven't given you the rundown. Here, hang on, Nathaniel. I've got a quick thing ready.
Thank you.
So, raid team. We love our shopping. We love our money. We love our airship, and we love our demons. So this seems like a good way to introduce more demons. So, Chad's on board. Let's let some blood.
Christ.
All right, everyone, have something sharp on you. Can we do this on 3?
1,
I'll
2,
break my finger.
You break your
3. All right,
Oh.
drop it in, and we're good.
So how are we... So Ebor pricks his finger and just puts a drop in. Or is everyone
I'll
just
drop it
full
in at the
fucking,
same time as a
palm
team-building
slice?
activity.
Oh,
That's
we're
what
palm
I'm doing.
slicing.
I'm palm slicing, yeah.
Okay.
I take a small, yeah.
Maybe we should get rid of the quiet, soothing piano music and go into, the
Did we just start initiative? What's happening?
dark ritual.
The artisan's like,
Team
yo,
does it
what's
again."
going on? What do we do?
John's like, okay, another 30-minute break. Let me set up.
Yeah. The artisan will not participate. He's like, what the fuck is going on? He's going to watch you guys, though. He's curious. John...
I tell him we will need you to engrave this, altar to whatever we are summoning.
Yes. As you guys do this, Syl in the ritual master warlock that he is, puts down some incense, puts down some candles, lights them. What time of day is it, guys? You went straight there, didn't you? So it's probably like afternoon.
That sounds like
We're ready to have like dinner. We're preparing dinner.
Okay. As he lights the candles, you all feel a gust of wind smack you in the faces. Anyone who put blood feels this. The candles clearly are affected by this wind, but the flames do not go out. So, as the whoosh gust of wind comes through the gazebo, the fires stretch rather than extinguish. Then they come back, seeming to elongate and grow. The smell of the incense burning is briefly just gone entirely, and then slowly filters back into the local air. The sky itself seems to darken just a little bit, as though clouds have moved in to cover this one area from the east. So it's an eastern to western breeze as clouds seemingly converge on your area. Immediately, someone on the communicator from the airship will be like, "We got a bad storm front coming in, Igor." And then, that pirate guy, just the communication will cut off immediately. As the blood continues to pour out, you squeezing your own sliced palms to drip it down, you will see the mithril begins to collect this blood. And then finally, behind the obelisk, back in the mountain, you will see a figure, a humanoid figure, begin to come to existence, I suppose. Will sort of phase into reality. And it will slowly make its way down the mountain, getting closer and closer to you. He's maybe 1,000 feet out right now. Is there anything you guys want to do to prepare?
I wave high with my undamaged hand.
Yeah.
thing.
Same.
Just a hand over
want
bowl,
to-
you're like, hey.
Hey. What do you think of the shrine?
Do you like it?
We do
Nathaniel,
good.
is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, so Nathaniel is like, oh wow, this is really interesting. Is there more of... I'm collecting the rest of the blood like in my hand, and then was thinking about, should we like touch this, make our, put some handprints on this, like bling
Come on,
it out
smudge it.
with our
you
blood?
know.
No, that's is this what you saw last time?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Big rock monster.
I will put
Yep.
myself in between the rock monster and the
Artisan. Okay.
stone mason. Yeah.
You do so. The artisan's not even in the shrine. He's like beyond this big-ass gazebo that he helped construct. But as this figure begins to descend, sort of gliding down this mountain cliff face, you will all immediately notice that this is not a man made of rock. It is a person made out of flesh, wearing what appears to be weird furs, we'll call it. As he gets within about 100 feet of you, 40 feet away from the gazebo for his end, I suppose, you will notice that this is indeed apparently a mortal man. Does this change anybody's actions or beliefs as you call out, you wave, you...
So, analyze,
Hello
please?
there.
Can it understand us?
So, what's going on? Hello?
Syl doesn't know what's going on. This was not...
Bow and arrow at the
Oh.
ready if there is readied action to shoot if there is
Okay.
problems. But the bow is like kind of down.
Understood. You all await this man, this creature, who just seemingly popped out of the earth. He gets next to the gazebo. You can all see he is maybe like 6 feet tall, red of hair, red of beard, looks kind of scraggly. His fur-like clothing is seemingly made out of some sort of rock rather than like hides or like animal furs. Seeming to wear like partial gemstones around like his neck that goes all the way down to his ribs and circles to his back. Very weird looking attire made out of just granite, stone, limestone maybe, that you guys recognize before John runs out of types of stone he recognizes. It's hard to name. The gems themselves glitter and gold. They are each clearly expensive looking. Diamonds, topazes, amethyst, rubies, emeralds, as well as citron. Citron. That amber. That reminds you of a fairy immediately, Chad. The same kind of gemstone that locked in that Fey abomination.
God will resist the urge to destroy just that teeny tiny citrine just on the off chance. But he's fine. The fairy's been removed from him. He has nothing to worry about anymore.
The man hops up the gazebo's back wall, since there's only a singular staircase that faces towards the western lands, which you guys landed at and then climbed up to here. And he gets within the altar. As he looks about, he ignores you all briefly. Looks at the obelisk of marble, unmarred, untouched, with its metal basin made of gold. He looks at the altar made of mithril and the now vanished blood. And then finally, he looks to you all. And he speaks in the common tongue. Hello. You wish to commune with this land's master.
Yes, that is correct.
Then I greet you warmly, for few people care to do that anymore. My name is Randy.
Hello, Randy.
Nice to meet you, Randy.
He offers
I'm
his
Igor.
left hand out to you guys, so you will have to shake his hand with the sliced palms you have made.
I guess I do it. Shake it.
Every single person, he will grab their hand and wrist and examine your commitment. He will look at the sliced palm of Lei Stung and nod. He goes to Chad, who also did the same. He looks... Yeah?
I've never used this. Can I use my monk powers to heal my hand up? It's 2 chi points.
So hit points and wounds are different, right?
But it's a little baby wound.
It is a little baby wound. That's why it's important. When you inflict damage to your body, I want it to be something that magic can't just instantly cure.
Chad will shake.
You shake your hand, it stings a little, and he grips it, looks at it, examines it closely, as you considered, like, can't I just heal this motherfucker? He goes to Nathaniel, finally. Nathaniel, did you do the palm slice too? Coffee Traveler, are you there?
Headphones aren't working. And
Well, his
AJC
camera...
is frozen in time. He's in Zolo, though.
Oh, shit.
I'm still here.
Yeah, we're...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Are we getting pranked?
I don't
This would be a
know.
good prank.
I really hope not. Coffee, are you there? I see you moving a little bit. Is he looping?
I don't. It's a gift.
Are you there? Oh, can you hear us?
I can now, yeah. So
Okay.
the guy walked
Hey.
up and chatted us, spoke in the common tongue, and then it cut out, so...
Oh, okay.
AJC still needs to revive himself.
KJC, are you there? Oh, no.
Oh, it's all falling apart.
It is. Are you okay? You're
He's in here
frozen
now.
for us. Oh no. He's in the house, but he's not on the computer. Okay, we'll get back to Ebor Lidor then. Oh, he disconnected. Ooh. There he goes. Guys, we will take a quick break. So sorry. Don't worry. We're gonna figure out what happened to our crumpet. We are back, everyone, after some minor technical issues, but don't worry, we're here. We're here with Randy, this creature made of gemstones who looks at everyone's hands. He looks at Nathaniel's as the final person before we had to cut out to go on break. Nathaniel, did you cut your palm open and join the blood giving?
Yep.
Perfect. KJC, what was the last thing you heard before your internet exploded?
Had said something about. I think it was something funny, like that's a small thing or something, and I was sort of started to giggle, and then I heard no reaction. So I
Oh
was
shit.
Like,
The small citrine, the small gemstone.
Oh, okay,
yes,
the
that was it,
gemstone.
small thingy.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that, and I'm like, it's small.
Well, now rocks. Anyway, you cut your hand, right?
Yeah, my finger.
You cut your finger, and
A little
as
prick in the finger.
Randy takes a knee to come to eye level with you, Ebor, he looks at your finger, looks into your eyes. Give me a perception check as you stare into him and he stares into you. You don't see anything beyond the crazy eyeballs of this creature. They are multicolored, multifaceted, multi-pupiled, and irised. This man's eye, it looks like there's 3 or 4 separate eyeballs within the singular layer that is his own. And as you're somewhat transfixed by it, he whispers something in a tongue none of you truly understand. Then slowly gets up, pats your head, and then looks to Syl. He's like, "Oh, Syl, you're here." And Syl will more or less recognize Randy, but he's not here to do that exchange. So it's like, "Oh yeah, how went being the island? How'd that go?" And Randy will, shrug it off and is like, "Sorry, we need to catch up sometime, man." Then slap him in the face as a gentle, like, "Oh, how you doing?" And then come back to you. 5. Yes, 5. Rest in peace, Syl. He looks at you all. Looks to Syl, who is doing this. "You wish to speak with the elemental, and this is a good first step." He looks at you all once more, makes eye contact with each one of you, as if he's waiting for a reaction. Then will speak.
Are you not the elemental?
No, I am a speaker, a conduit of nature, if you will. This one has requested my presence, for I was the closest one to give in to its demands. What is your intention here?
Yeah, I turned
We're
to
kind of congregating further west up here in a small town-like area. We just
To the
wanted to make
fork
sure
of
we
this
have
river?
the elementals. Yeah, we just want to make sure we have the elementals' blessing to build on the land before we really get down to business. So nothing
see.
goes wrong.
And what will you pay for its blessing?
What
are
does it
going
want?
rates?
It wants magic. It wants a gift of magic. As all greater things do. That, or it wants your servitude, which clearly you cannot give. There's none like I amongst your kin. I can already feel it.
I have a gift of magic I can give it.
I see. Do you have gold or life to give?
No. Igor will pull off his brooch of shielding. Say, I could offer this if it will help.
He will kneel down, pick it up from your hand if you offer it to him, and inspect this crystal pendant that you have on hand.
Not that. That's really rare. You can't give it up. It's priceless.
He eyes Ebor, does an inspection of it, and then puts it into the mithril bowl, where it will begin to dissolve into a clear liquid.
Oh.
Randy seems a little bit surprised. He's like, oh. It seems like it has accepted your offering. That must mean, well, he looks back to the mountain. I intuit this to be a good omen. You should all be careful, however. Elementals do not like to be fucked with, and that is something many people have forgotten.
Question.
Yes?
Does this elemental have a name? I kept one of the workers around to inscribe it onto the obelisk.
He looks to the worker who's just like, kind of watching, kind of cowering. He's like this level 1 guy who, you know, took a fighter class in college one time. Clearly not meant to be here. He waves. He's like, elementals have no names. They are part of this world, much as we all are. Names will come to them. If you decide to give it one, make sure it is one that it likes, though. They are not the biggest of egos when it comes to immortal creatures. But man, do they not have a sense of humor.
I'm fine with calling him like Mountain Lord or something. Keeps it simple.
That is what you wish. I know there was a lava guy at one point and an ocean man. I don't suppose a mountain lord is that.
Are you aware of any symbols that would, in multiple languages, that would represent Earth Elemental, or that we could probably put it in multiple languages onto the obelisk, Earth Elemental. So that
worry not about this token that you have presented to it. You have brought it something this does not have. It will touch it in time and mold it how it would like. Leave your offering be. This shrine is now its territory.
Good thing we didn't make it in the city.
So
Randy,
we get to commune with the elemental.
You already are. You have been since the moment you stepped foot within its land.
Hi. Are we okay? Are we cool?
You just said we're cool.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. Right?
It's strange speaking to nothing. I
It does
suppose.
not speak as a human might. You will have to look for signs and find meaning in the things that it does and does not do. Do not tread down that path haphazardly, Mr. And he, looks at you for a time. I feel like your name should be something rather short and simple, like a Kurt or a Carl. Am I close?
Most people call me Chad.
Ah. Mr. Chad, be very careful when attracting the attention of greater beings. You seem... And he, looks towards your stomach, and specifically where your spinal column has been removed and altered. You seem to attract the malicious ones. Caution is what you should prioritize when conversating with these creatures.
Sure thing, Randy.
Randy, how do you know Sil?
Ah, he freed me from the Fae... Well... I'll let Sil explain that one. It's hard to imagine through my own words.
Very well.
Sil, unfortunately, is not here to give you
So,
the rundown.
how did you meet Randy?
Bill is hammered right now. They did not give a fuck.
Yeah, he's drunk. He's already just passed out on the ground, just laid out on the floor.
And he's like, "Yep, that's him, alright."
That's his way of communing. Ah, good old Sil.
Never change.
I would be careful if you plan for malicious deeds here. This is an untampered, untainted elemental before you. The actions you do upon its land will mold it in a way, just as if you decide to live here, the environment will mold you in a certain way.
Like with bad allergies.
Yes. Or drowning you in a river that it suddenly throws upon you, or summons a greater storm to wipe you off the map, or, it doesn't like where you put the town, so suddenly there's a massive earth tremor, or something silly like that.
Oh. Alright.
Have we already
Got it.
have we already chosen a location for the town to start being built?
Yeah.
For every tree we clear, we should plant another one. We should
Or
give
two.
back that which is taken.
Yeah.
Should we leave a trail of rocks to where we intend to put the town?
Is that not
the
what a
elemental?
road
Sounds like
is?
the
It already
elemental
knows.
know.
The elemental will definitely know. We're just like standing on its skin, I guess.
That is a good analogy.
Has like a radar around it in its area. It knows that we're here. It
Oh, yeah.
listens.
Well done.
So,
I guess we'll just keep an eye out for signs then.
yeah. If
Yeah.
things seem
Please do.
absurdly bad, I guess we're doing something wrong.
There's always a way to make amends within this world, Leishtang.
Mm.
And your name he seemingly knows.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, wait a second. I didn't say my name. Huh?
What?
I didn't give my name, but you knew it.
Yes.
Any particular reason for that? Or are you a good guesser? I think.
No, I live in Alcazan. I help out the governor, or governess Moru there.
Oh.
Yes, we
okay.
passed in the
As
street
as
like
great.
6 times. It was quite an odd happening, but you did not seem to notice me.
It would be hard to miss you, I believe, right? I can't.
Some would say.
Yeah. My apologies.
He pats you on your face. Full on, forehead, elbow, then pulls away. It's very weird.
Alright. It's fine. So
Do
I guess.
you have any other needs or questions before you go about your business?
All sounds good to me.
You need a lift back to Alcazar?
No, I make my own way. And I'm
Alright.
faster than an airship,
No shot. Can we watch while you go?
I suppose.
Nice.
Be careful if you plan to head east soon. There's a bad wind there.
Oh,
Far, far east.
I know exactly where you're talking about.
I have no idea, but sounds good.
He's talking about the clown people.
Maybe his grandpa thought there's a lot of stuff east.
You watch as Randy begins to move his arms and just kind of like levitate in the air, just like a few feet. He clears the gazebo's half wall that would keep like a fox or something out from making a nest on the deck itself. And as he falls back, he just sort of like spirals into like a ball of flesh almost that begins to like solidify and then like stretch out into this weird skin net as his entire body kind of shifts and shapes itself. He turns into what appears to be just a cloud of like skin particles that are like loosely attached by like nerves and like the nervous system of himself, and then the wind just picks him up and carries him off eastward back
How
over
could I
the
have not
mountain.
noticed him on the street?
Yeah, that's a good question, Leishtung. Maybe he just heard about you. Maybe he's like living in the stones itself. But you just watch some like crazy level of magic right there and then.
Is Randy an elemental? Is that his zone?
Wait, Chad, he didn't know your name. You had to give it to him, right?
Correct.
If that was true that he was watching our adventures or whatever, he would have to known you guys.
Maybe he was just watching your adventures.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel very comfortable.
I don't know, man.
Listen,
That feel when Batman gets outed as Bruce Wayne immediately.
Hard
Well,
to say.
So we're good. Good job, guys. Let's
yeah.
get that airship terminal up and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can,
I mean, I'm pretty sure
process
it's
that
already
first
being built, right?
Chad shushes him as we slowly start walking away from the gazebo.
we should come back every so often to like give some stuff to it,
Good
just to
call.
make sure it's cool.
We'll
Yeah, we can
find
send
some.
an offering ever so often.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
that is, if this gazebo is still here in any amount of time. I look back at it.
Well, if the elemental likes it, it's probably gonna keep it in good condition, considering it just healed. You don't know this? There was a crater, right? Like just over there, big one. It's gone.
Yeah, I
now.
saw it when we.
Oh, you
showed
did
up-
see it?
showed up.
Yeah, I think you
see
noticed
it
it's gone,
behind
right?
Oh yeah, the boulders that were thrown down are also gone.
Yeah. I think he's gonna keep this place safe. We don't have to worry about that.
As you
Let's
say
just
that,
keep it happy.
It's
a small
No.
gust of wind pushes you all just a little bit, maybe an inch or two, and then you hear the clinking of like a stone falling somewhere. You're unsure if that's a sign or something.
Should
but-
we? Yeah, should we make a stop off at the settlement?
I don't know if we have enough air fuel to stop there and then go back home. That would be
I don't
my
think
only
so.
concern.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
there's no like recharging station there or whatever.
No,
Nope,
not yet.
we're building it.
Yeah, that's what we're building. So that way we can
Yeah, no, that's great.
stop there.
We should look for a fight on the way back then. Obviously.
You're right. I like that. You know, there's a
True.
crag, like, actually, a little south of here, southeast of here. We can hit up. I know a person.
Oh yeah, you want to fight
Yeah.
Eamon? Hell yeah!
Oh no, not Iamon.
I'm feeling
Although-
more. I'm feeling less scared of
How am I?
Yemon now.
We
Like a spirit beast on the plains below us.
Mm.
John, long-term planning. Could we fly to Grandpapa's? Or like we'd have to go to Cantalar, right?
What do you mean?
Like our ship itself.
Can
Like,
you
the
reach it
flight
in terms
to-
of range?
Yeah. Like, don't we have to do the weird route where we go down and come around and then go back up to the Forge of Alvin?
Yeah.
And that's as far as we've gotten before, but we really need to be like here, and it's a real pain in the ass. So we would.
No, we've been to the City of Blinding Lights before.
We've been to, yeah, we can get to Forge of Alvin, and then Forge Alvin, this is an easy trip, too.
Okay.
That is not an easy
couldn't
trip.
we-
You cannot go
couldn't we-
over mountains.
Can we Cantalar to it? Is that rangeable?
Potentially.
No, we had to go to City of Blinding Lights. That's where we. That's our like stop between, like the places.
So this is.
I'm trying to not take the entire southern coast, right? I'm not trying to go all the way the hell around.
I think this is a perfect opportunity to go back to Tulsa with the new monthly objectives. Now that it will be the second when you get there, some new things will have developed that you guys might want to like hear about before just immediately taking off.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. The shrine, the elemental, seems to be done, paused, heroic, and we need to give out some experience because that quest is now complete as well, which is why I want you guys to go back to Tulsa.
Else we go.
Oh, my arm, don't. Oh, you're twisting it. Experience.
Oh no, not experience. We will see. Ebor, how close to you is 6? It's like still like 4K away, right?
No, it's we'll get to 14. I'm on 12 and a half, 50.
So you're like
550, so it'd be
1,000?
450 plus 1,450.
Okay, you guys might actually level up Ebor here. Let us find out.
Let's go.
Let me turn off this music and go up to. Let's listen to this for a little while. Okay. You guys head back to Tulst, where developments will have occurred. News will be shared, but first of all. Okay, and that was, what, 3 sessions before you guys got experience last time? When did you guys hit level 6? Was it last week or the week before last?
It was last week.
I don't know. I hit level
I think
It was
so.
not last week. It was
Yeah.
not in my recap.
So
I
that's
think
the
it
week
was-
before.
The
Okay.
end of the session prior to last week.
So, you
Oh yeah,
guys...
because Igor wasn't there. Devin wasn't here
Yes.
that week.
You guys will take home for building the shrine, for making contact with an entity that will undoubtedly change the entire history of that region. 2,033 experience points. That includes roleplay, that includes... Well, there was no combat, but that is just pure quest experience. So, Ebor, that should level you up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 14.
Ebor's level 6, so now John has to ask what the median level range is currently. Not just between your party, but the entirety of the show. We have no level 6s in Discovery Team yet. So there's 5 players who are not level 6. We have Alden, Temer, Brood as level 6s. You are all now level 6.
Mhm.
So
I'm
what is
still
that?
5.
Oh, you're 5. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 level 6s. So we're 7 out of what? 17? So we're still a couple people short from everyone getting that level 6 bump. Well done.
Soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Well, Ebor's level 6. So if you want to roll your hit points real quick, and we will continue. Well, we'll need to do another fucking week of downtime, won't we? Lamau. No, fuck that. We will not do a week of downtime from this point. You guys just spent 2 weeks of downtime. I'm not going to mark another 7 days down for that.
Not a 1.
Not a 1, true.
Nice.
Okay. So, you guys will get back to Tolst on the 2nd, and there, Tyrant will meet with you. It will be the 3rd itself, the 3rd of May, when you guys arrive back, and he summons you to the snack room. Tyrant, for those of you unfamiliar, is a 19, 20, 21-year-old dude. And currently, he looks a little bit out of it. He looks a little drained, a little tired, rather than the normal, joyful, like, woo, let's get things done, everything is going great, super energy character. Right now, he's just kind of chill. Like, he's in the snack room before you guys are. Because he didn't want to make the entrance, which he historically does.
Still drained from the on ice, huh?
He does not say anything to that.
Okay.
John's eyes really hurt. And he
Show
make it
was
up.
great, boss. Sorry you're tired, angry, mad.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I hear you guys met with a druid named Randy.
Made
Oh,
peace.
yeah.
Huh?
Well, I don't know if he's a druid, but an entity named Randy.
No, he's a druid. We've had eyes on him for a little while.
He came to us as a speaker for the elemental. Things are looking a-okay to move
That's good.
forward. So long as we don't destroy the land that we're occupying, keep it nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, as long as a deal has been made. Oh. Alright, John has to get out real quick. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Get you some sunglasses.
we're back, everybody, as John's face explodes and melts off at the same time. You are sitting in the snack room, or standing, while the tyrant sits in the snack room. His bodyguard is guarding the back 2 doors, with her back currently against it. And those of you who are paying specific attention will see that someone is, like, trying to open it, but, like, they can't. Because she's holding the back of the room closed right now. The tyrant looks at you all. Oh, okay. Let's talk about things that have happened this past month. So, God damn it. As we all know, Normal City exploded. Not the entire town, but the field. Ozark thinks that Clowntown managed to finally get nuclear weapons, which you all, John tells you, feel just this, like, human impulse of, like, I might not know what a nuclear weapon is, but that sounds exceptionally dangerous. Because nuclear fission is not taught in public schools here in Fantasyland, Klovisa. It is like this primal understanding that something dangerous is being threatened, world-endingly so dangerous. So, Ozark wants to do spy shenanigans and confirm or deny that Clowntown, the town who is a clown or clown who is a town, does not have these weapons. I'm not willing to send anyone on that perilous raid, because that is a suicide mission. Ozark says it's worth it. No, I don't think losing you all or a team to that now is a good idea.
Yeah, from when our experience turns out, he kind of sees everything that goes on, so I don't think it's really effective to sneak in there and spy.
Indeed.
Plus, he told us he had nuclear weapons, so...
However, well, we can never take anyone's word for what it is, right? Nevlator's arsenal still has something of great interest to us. It is the briefcases, or at least one still in good condition, trapped within a drainage, what are they called? The stone drainage things that's supposed to catch rainwater and send it to a sewer system. I don't know why Nevlator's system has a sewer system, or Nevlator's arsenal has a sewer system, since it doesn't rain over there. But beneath those city streets is a creature known as the Sewer Gigolo, which is guarding this webbed or wedged briefcase. We want someone to go and retrieve it to figure out where all the wizards went. Do you all remember that plot point, he says, kind of metally?
I do.
That... Well, we don't know if a sewer gigolo is, so we don't know what it wants, but it's guarding one of these cases. Supposedly, someone can negotiate with it. It's been historically a menace to the city, so if we have to kill it, that'd be... It's not a loss on our end if a sewer gigolo dies. That's Nevlator's. Next up is the City of Blinding Lights. Their civilian population has begun to flee the city. It's no longer safe for the regular, unempowered, or less magical folk to live there any longer. The paladins there still will fight in the streets, paving, or turning the city's pavement red. No one's surprised with this. The paladins will act as a rear guard and stay as long as they think it's viable. They're also, 3 months of constant fighting is getting to their heads a little bit. That being said, with most civilians scattering to the wilderness and heading out to safer pastures, that leaves an entire city to be looted of potential magical items. We are building a list of things that we know is there, so that we can send a team to go and collect them. You all seem to be decked out in magical items, he says, looking at everyone but Nathaniel. I don't know how important that is to you right now, but most of those items will be going to our armory rather than to a singular party, so that we can spread those magical boons out a little bit more. Some teams have no magical items at all, others are working with cursed weapons and armor.
Some like us are doing both, huh?
I suppose. What is the last thing? That is 2 of 3 on John's list. His eyes harden as he looks to Igor. Igor, your grandfather has opened up communications. We don't know why. Well, we have our assumptions and our beliefs, but we don't know for sure why. But he is offering a trade for the greater chemical and his skills. Grandpapa is willing to separate with this creature. Does anyone not know who the greater chemical is?
So Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Yes. Sorry, Nathaniel. I apologize. I've been working with a lot of familiar faces, so I assume everyone's on the level. The greater chemical is an alchemist of great skill. He came to our attention via the political team and the Lich of Medicine. He is being held captive by, and he gestures loosely to Igor, his grandfather and family of death cultists or something of the sort. Heavily armed magical assassins. We are wanting to get them on our side, so if they're willing to do a hard trade for a task that they are sort of holding over us as and he sort of materializes a magical puppet through the minor illusion cantrip. It's like, you have to commit, or we can't tell you what the mission is. And then he dematerializes the magical puppet. That's what they're saying.
Iron has serious theater mind right now. That play did something to him. I whisper.
So.
Well, Igor, I think we need to go talk to your grandpapa, bud.
Yeah, I feel like since I'm directly involved, it makes sense for if any team's going to do it.
Who are we trading, Tyron? I didn't think I caught that. You said it was a trade, the chemical for what?
A task completed.
And he won't tell us what that task is until we commit
Of course
to the
not.
task.
Sounds like a trap. We're in.
Yep.
I would like to try and save my father, who was taken by one of those briefcases. The whole reason I do any of this stuff is to try and find him. I should probably look into doing that sooner rather than later.
Oh, did you not hear about the sewer gigolo before this, Igor? We can
That
get
might be
that
your
done
father.
too on the way, since it's kind of like in the same vicinity.
So,
Yeah, we can
Grandpapa,
go to Grandpapa.
then go to hell in Clown Town, Town Clown.
I'm not stepping foot in Clown Town.
We should
Isn't
go
that a
get
part of that?
Igor's dad first. He might die sooner than later. Who knows how
This
long?
may...
I'm sorry, Tyrant.
I know how possessive you all are of your airship. And I will tell you now that the Hazanem Valley is said to not be is impassable. I worry that once I commit you guys to this task, your airship will either be destroyed or it will be a moot point and they will come to collect you in the night. Igor, if you do not wish to commit because you're afraid of losing your airship, you should stay away from your grandfather. Because it will either crash in the mountain range and doom the entirety of the crew, potentially yourselves as well, or you will have to abandon it anyway. So make that decision before you commit to this task of his, whatever it may be. I'm not in a particular rush when it comes to this.
Could we not go to the Forge of Alvin, dock our ship there, hire a private charter, just say we're renting it to take it to that place?
This is just a thing you will have to deal with. Whether you leave it behind here or in the Forge of Alvin, I care not. It's currently your airship. You are the shipmaster of it.
Captain.
But whatever. Shut the fuck up. He just tells you, just out.
You're on thin ice with Tyrant, Igor. You gotta chill.
Igor,
So sorry about that.
Couldn't we use your ship to just help the town along? Ferrying supplies that they need and whatnot, and we were gonna rent a private charter anyway. Why don't we just rent it from here? It's whatever. We've got the money.
I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'm sure boats will keep the crew in line while you're gone.
Understood.
Yeah. Make sure get the colony up and running a little faster.
So it sounds like you wish to commit to the greater chemical assignment?
Yes.
I feel like if any team's gonna do it, it should be us.
We gotta go save Igor's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yes. Well, that's in the same general area, so we can do two, like...
we can split
one
the
after
party in
another.
half.
That's
I
a
didn't
great
do that.
idea.
No, there will be
Not quite
no
what I
party splitting.
Nothing bad ever happened.
I will make contact with Grandpapa, as he likes to be called. We will see what he wants from that moment onward. I suggest you get rest.
Does he say anything about me? I'm just curious.
No, not from what I'm aware of. Is that a good or bad
We
thing?
also... I don't know if we mentioned this to you, but we went into the temple to get rid of the death curse on Lee Stung.
Mm-hmm.
We got rid of a lot of curses on ourselves, and one that we weren't able to get rid of, that we found out was on me, is very great in magnitude and it's directly related to Grandpapa. Do you know anything about this? Or have any ideas?
Igor, I didn't know your family existed until Ozark told me you were going to them, or else I would be engaged with a war of death-worshipping murder dwarves. I don't know what kind of magic they have. Ozark seemingly doesn't either, he just knows of them. If you are magically branded or cursed, or who knows whatever the fuck else, that... you will probably get your answers from your distant relatives.
Got it.
I'm sorry that I don't know more, but... omniscience is not one of the powers I was granted. Soon, though, he says, somewhat menacingly.
What?
Huh? What?
What was that?
Huh?
Alright.
Well
If we
then.
did go for the briefcase, which was it Nevelta's arsenal,
Yes.
that would put us near other ships, and you guys seem to want to steal ships. There's some sort of creature protecting the briefcase. We could probably kill it, so you guys can be bloodthirsty monsters for a little bit. If we go to the Greater Chemical, we do not want to fight them, because of they're not people we want to fight.
We definitely
If
do
you
not
guys
want
are
to
actually really bloodthirsty, is it better we go do something bloodthirsty first and get it out of our systems before going there?
Well, we're just seeing what task they want us to do. We don't have to, like, do the task right away, I don't think.
He just
I
said,
think
the
you're
greater
gonna
chemicals
have to
doesn't-
be doing one of those tasks immediately. It's not a casual meeting, Igor. This is a commit to the task and its completion in exchange for the greater chemical. I thought I made that clear, but apparently not.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking we get the briefcase because we can do that. But we can probably take on whatever is in the sewers. It's a city of wizards who don't care. It's not that they couldn't get rid of it. They don't care or know about it.
So,
I don't know.
Again, I want you to prioritize one of these tasks. I'm not
I think we should
asking
prioritize.
for you to double dip and on the way back because your attention will be split. It'll take forever to do anything. I'm going to send another unit to go and take care of a briefcase if you don't want to do that.
I wish I knew this about Ebor. I want to go do the briefcase. I'm on that side.
Personally, I'd rather do greater chemical, but I'm down to do whatever with you guys.
I mean, we will complete one of them and be on that side of the map. Chad's fine with either.
Nathaniel, I know you're new to this team. Thank you for joining, by the way. Do you have any input? Do you have any questions? Your life may hang in the balance here.
It sounds like Ebor has some reservations with his father. Is that true?
Does
Like,
Igor-
look over at
Wait,
Igor.
Igor. Grandfather, grandpapa. Not reservation. I've only ever met this side of my family once, and a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
How important is this to you? Is the question in my mind.
I'd just rather have us do it than another party, and also I'd like to get some questions on whatever curse they placed upon me, because I'm cursed.
Because that's what I would lean towards. Another team can get the briefcase, or if the briefcase is still available once we're done, we should search for your family first and resolve those issues. Resolve your daddy issues is what I'm saying.
Ebor, what are
Team?
you feeling?
I mean, it sounds like we're not going to go save the people that need saving. We're going to go free a chemist person instead. So, I don't know.
Was backhanded by, like, I guess we're not going to save, the person.
Yeah, we're just going to go free some chemist thing rather than actually saving people and making a difference in the world.
You do make a good point.
Ebor's also highly biased as his dad was kidnapped, so... But yeah, that's how he feels.
I'm not against what you are saying. Freeing the wizards if they are captured or confirming their deaths will be a mighty boon no matter what is discovered. But it should not be undersold how important the greater chemical is to our cause. He is the one who will be able to make the potions that you bring back. He will be able to, in theory, make any sort of healing potion that we have a sample of, including such things as the strength potion someone's party has left within our armory.
That was us. Okay.
That seems right by my memory. But either way,
we also left behind some of that super healing goop.
Mm-hmm.
He is a master of compounds and chemicals and solutions and gels. He will undoubtedly be indispensable during our war effort.
Yeah, we're looking at it on a macro level or a micro level. So on a micro level, we help all of the locals in that one area, or on a macro level, we help the long-term cause of the war. So I would say we go rescue the chemist.
I mean, I agree.
it should not be undersold either how important it would be to have 50 to 100 wizards owe us a debt. That will be a massive boon, if for nothing else to assist with spell research, to build the scrolls, There are merits to both quests that you have access to. You are in a prime position to pick one and begin and allow other teams to fulfill the other objectives. Both
We have
are
Igor.
on the docket.
Yeah,
We
the
have
main reason I
Igor.
would say the Great Alchemist one would be better for our team specifically, just because I have that specific relationship with Grandpapa, and I want to ask him some questions about the fuck he did to me.
And they're murder dwarves. We are the only
Yeah.
ones that have a murder dwarf.
Isn't that
True.
also the worst reason to go? Because he's highly personally invested, and that's probably going to cause trouble.
But you're also highly personally invested in the other one.
Yeah, I'll take murder dwarves over crazy Clown Town wizard people again. That place
Oh,
was
we're not
fucking
going
weird.
to Clown Town. Clown
You
Town
can't
just
tell
in the
me.
area.
You can't tell me we won't accidentally end up getting our faces painted again, dude.
I can't promise you that. No, we probably will. Definitely, 100%.
Greater chemical it is.
It looks like
I don't want to risk going back to Clown Town.
I can't
I've
do
been
that
scarred
again,
for
man.
life.
I can't do that again.
Holy shit. Please give me fucking nightmares.
I'm sorry, Ivor. I pat him on the head. I crouched down. I can't go against democracy.
We are forgetting that Syl is also here.
Cell does not care.
Syl
That's
doesn't
a
care.
That's a non-vote.
Yeah.
That's in character too. Like I don't
You have
know.
the 5 though, right? So like I vote for the chemist. Also
you're
not-
right.
I don't have a great knowledge of what wizards could bring us. I'm sure that they could bring us great things, but Igor brings extra to the table with the chemist.
Yeah, that was my main point. Like, the briefcase is gonna get done no matter what. It'll just be by another team.
And let's be
Like,
real,
these
they'll
things are
get
both
to,
gonna get done.
the team's gonna get to the final door and not open it, so we're just gonna have to go after him anyway. So
True.
we'll be going after that briefcase soon enough.
True. Based.
We'll definitely make time for that when we're done with this, though.
But on the other side, guys, you can meet Alden's hot mom. Oh my god, they won't ever stop talking about her, apparently. Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
what?
I mean, why?
Apparently Alden's mom rolled 18 hotness. But
Oh god damn!
God damn. And his mom lives in Novator's Arsenal?
she got sucked up by her briefcase.
Okay, I vote for the briefcase.
We gotta go to the briefcase.
We got
Igor, you are a murder dwarf. We are going to murder dwarfton.
But hot moms.
Hot
They're in my
moms, dude.
area.
Dude,
Hot mom's
she's not-
in your area.
You're not gonna. Your shadow beast is literally gonna maul her to death because you're gonna accidentally pull her out. Like, come on.
Pop up
dude.
on your comms link in your ear. Hot moms in your area.
Yo, I have to talk to you about this toast. Is there like an ad blocker I can get on this thing?
Who keeps
Like,
jamming
you
our
should-
frequency with
I'm trying
fucking
to
hot
reach you
moms?
about your airship's extended warranty.
Warranty, yeah.
All right.
We have to do greater chemical first.
I think
Yeah,
it
it
I think
sounds
it's
like
been
that.
voted 3-2 on Greater Chemical. It seems like.
Yeah.